new Bennington show T-shirt. All right, let's take a look at it this year. Why does that look so familiar to me?
I don't know. I think it's a very unique look, and I've never seen it before.
It seems odd how familiar it is. Seems like it reminds me of the Ramones.
I don't know why it does.
Now, Gail, you've taken a look at this, right?
Yes.
There's a hidden message in it somewhere.
Okay.
You're going to have to search for it just a little bit.
This is like one of those magic eye things or a Where's Waldo.
It is.
You really have to be skilled here.
Also, while they last, we're going to be giving out signed posters from the Thanksgiving show, signed by the whole Bennington crew.
I love the poster this year,
Yeah,
too.
me too.
I really do.
I had a slight... I put my hand on that redesign, not literally with my finger, but
Right,
I
you
said,
did.
shouldn't the baby be kind of toddling now?
Yeah,
Bing.
it happened.
Genius.
Yep.
Kanye style genius.
And then someone else got a little bit of a slim down with the body type.
Yes. that
That
was
hurts.
also my idea too, Vito. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You've had a
God
lot
told
of
me to
hard
do
work.
that. God reached into my ear and told me to do that.
It looks like I'm fatter on the poster.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it's the same. It's the same as you've ever been.
Good God.
You've plateaued. You know what I mean?
You have plateaued. You're not getting any bigger. Also, I don't think you're drinking and pilling up as much as you used to.
Really not pilling.
Pussy.
Such a puss.
I'm such a pussy.
How do people get these things? Rather than us talking about your weight gain, how do people
As
get
usual.
these posters?
Go to the iBangshop.com to purchase the brand new Bennington shirt. And if you'd like a free signed poster from our Thanksgiving show, at checkout, use the code FREEPOSTER. That's 2 words, free poster.
While supplies last.
While supplies last.
So he told me, he goes, and then it's free. He goes, free space poster. I go, we got space posters? And he's like, no, why would you even?
Space posters.
Space posters. Very big day today on the impeachment TV show. That's I don't know why it's not on prime time. It's a daytime show. But this guy, Sondland, who was the ambassador to the EU, the confidence this guy has. He's just
he was very
around.
He was very comfortable up there.
He did the smart thing, too, if you're in his position. Instead of punching down, he threw everybody up. He mentioned Rick Perry, Mike Pence, Rudy Giuliani. I forget who else. He's Trump.
He's
He goes,
saying like a
no,
bird."
it's a quid pro quo. You got us. There's nothing we can do about it. You figured it out. I never know what's going to happen with Trump. I really don't. I don't see how Rudy doesn't end up in some shit between all the stuff that he's involved in.
Trump will find a way, much like the baby dinosaurs of Jurassic Park. Trump will find a way.
Dude, I didn't even see Jurassic Park. They find a way?
Yeah, they do. They find a way. But Rudy doesn't look great for him, for sure.
He's nuts.
I mean, it truthfully doesn't look good for anybody, but there's no way Rudy gets out of it, is what I'm saying.
I mean, Rudy didn't even have a job title to be doing this stuff. That's the funny thing about him.
Yeah.
And he couldn't keep his craziness off TV.
Yeah. They made a Tomlet out of Rudy.
I saw him on Fox News one night. He was eating a turkey leg while he was talking. I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking...
Where'd he get that? A Renaissance fair?
Yeah, I think he got it from a Renaissance fair. And then at one point, he just started brushing his hair with it while the other person was talking. Vito brings up the Harriet Tubman, Julia Roberts thing, right? 20 years ago, one dumb guy said it in a meeting. It doesn't mean Julia Roberts was going to get that job.
Yeah.
But
attached.
these guys always go, who can we get, a movie star? This is a cliche that they think if we get that, we'll have something, particularly back then. But there was no way that was going to happen. Everyone just turned around and looked at the idiot. This is obviously you're not familiar with this story.
Yeah. Clearly, someone must have.
Is there a
stepped
role
in
played for
immediately.
Brad Pitt? Get Brad Pitt in there? Leo? Can we get Leo? That's all they do. That's their job. is to say that. Yeah, for some reason, people are taking it off like Julia Roberts. I'm sure Julia Roberts never heard about this.
Yeah. Don't come for Julia. This has nothing to do with her.
But 20 years ago, you said her name no matter what movie came up. That's the creativity.
Well, we want people to go to this, so
That's how creative Hollywood execs are.
yes.
There's another funny story out before we jump into the show that I've been getting a kick out of, and that's this Motley Crue, Def Leppard Poison tour that they're finding out there's a backlash now from the Motley Crue fans saying, you told us that the last tour was the last tour. You signed this contract. You made a big deal out of it. Now you're touring again. I thought we'd go to the vibe manager from the Hard Rock Cafe, our own Earl Douglas, and get some feedback from him.
No one ever quits touring. They never do it. The farewell tour it's always smoke and mirrors.
You don't believe Elton John right now?
Not at all. I mean, it's the fact that it's scheduled for 3 years and they haven't picked a closing date yet. That tells you that right now that there's really no farewell. Kiss has done a farewell tour. They're still touring.
But what do you say to the fan that was lied to? Because it is a lie.
Yes, and people probably spent money that they wouldn't have spent. Like, they're like,
Exactly.
look, this is the farewell tour. I'm not going to have a chance to do this again. And then they spend 3 times what they would have liked to spend on a concert ticket.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem.
Well, for the fan, again, you can never believe it. And if you're the fan that bought into the farewell tour to begin with, that's really on you. And you can just say, you know what, I'm not going back.
That's false advertising.
It
It's like-
really is false advertising. It's like being told something is a collectible. There's a finite amount of it. So you run to get one of those things, and then have them say, oh, these things were so popular, we printed out another 10,000.
Right.
You know? You can't do that.
With touring, like, again, nothing is ever finite when you say this is the final show. I mean, Frank Sinatra did a farewell tour. I'm sure when he did that farewell tour, it was top dollar.
But they
2
made
years later, he came back.
They made a big to do about sign the contract or whatever, they're saying that to make people think, they went above and beyond to make
Right.
people think that this really was the fucking final tour.
And I'll just say this, Earl, just because other people lie doesn't make lying okay. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't any way a Motley Crue fan was going to know what Frank Sinatra did back in the 60s. You know what I mean? Now, I get exactly where you're coming from. You should never believe them. But Gail also made a point. There were people scalping tickets, particularly for the final show. This is the last time you're going to see Motley Crue. And because it's not, something was taken away from you.
When you buy into that, you're buying into this idea that they're not going to. And you got to always look in the fine prints also. They always say, well, we're not going to be touring extensively. We might do the one-off show here and there.
This is a full tour. That, by the way, supposedly these bands are breaking up 150 million. I think Poison's probably getting about 75,000 out of that. But no, actually, Poison does do a good fucking business for themselves touring. Particularly now, there's a real nostalgia for that music. I mean, they went through hard times for a lot of years where people were like, oh, you guys still together? Yuck, yuck, yuck. And now everyone's back.
Like, I think hardcore people who are crazy about a band are going to go, I'm going to pay an insane amount to see them. Then later find out that they're touring and they're probably like, oh, great, I get to see them again. But then there's your middle of the road fans where they're like, I enjoy some of their albums, but I definitely don't want to miss the chance to see them. And then they spend money they wouldn't have spent. That's why it's trickery.
But I also think even the hardcore fans don't want to be lied to. You know what I mean?
True,
And Earl's fucking thing is they knew when they said this that it wasn't going to happen. I get that. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
No matter what the product was.
I think you say it at that particular moment. They say it at that particular moment. They always do. And you have to, yes, do you take it at that particular moment? But then a couple of years go by, and then they're like, you know what? They're offering us to do the stadium tour, the book.
I certainly, I get that you can make more money for just singing your songs, but why say it? And why isn't there some kind of fucking penalty for saying it? You know
Because
what I mean?
they do know that they'll get ticket sales
Yeah.
if
Right.
they say
I mean,
it's their
that's
last
the
tour.
fucking problem.
That's why.
It isn't the problem of we've changed our mind, but they were like, we guarantee you.
Yeah, they made
I
a
mean,
big
they
deal.
were on every fucking TV show going, this is it.
I think the penalty is, if they do a stadium tour and then you have playing the half-empty places, that's the penalty. They're like, you know what?
Yeah, but that's not the fucking point because that doesn't have anything to do with the fans who did it. You know what I mean? The fans who paid in the first place get nothing out of what your thing is. They've got guaranteed money from Live Nation. It's fucking guaranteed.
Yes, but again, when you go down the line, if they want to do a second leg, if they want to do a third leg,
They got $150 million when they weren't even supposed to do anything. They fucking won. Motley Crue won twice.
And they don't give a fuck about the fans that paid all that much money.
And if you watch their movie, honestly, they don't give a fuck about their own music. You know what I mean? Like, they made the point that they were not a great band. They were just crazy guys who got fucked up a lot, you know?
Yeah.
They made a point of this. I'm not going to speak for Mick. Mick Mars looks like he cares a little bit. But the other three seem like they don't give a shit at all.
Hey, Rob in Long Island. You're on Bennington.
buddy.
How's
Hey.
it going?
All right. Like 25 years ago, maybe more, I saw The Who on one of their many farewell tours. And I'm fine with that, calling it a farewell tour, having another one. But they sold shit. You know, I bought a leather jacket, cost me a fucking fortune with an embroidered farewell tour in the back. That wasn't a farewell tour. It was bullshit.
You know what Earl says to you? That you're just another mark on the fucking midway and you should be taken by these fucking
It is
rich
my fault.
people. Yeah. For believing. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
When I see Earl still believing in Kanye, it fucking annoys me. You know?
Yeah.
But there is a sucker born every minute, you know? Groups.
Jeff in Wyoming. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, I just wanted to comment on why Earl seems to be defending Motley Crue so much here.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it might jeopardize his own position on lying to all of you guys on the show all the time.
That's a really interesting thing.
He's
When Earl,
alive.
Earl lies and he thinks it's fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. So he's saying if you believe lies,
If you believe me, then
That's
you're
your-
the fucking idiot.
yeah.
Because he lies fucking constantly all day long.
all day long. No, I lie all day long.
Okay, that's
all
what
day.
you're focusing on, the day thing. Ralph. That's what
All
you
No,
do.
day
no, it's
long?
like I'm like,
You know
just,
what? That,
like every word
you
out
know
of my
who
mouth
does
is
that?
coming.
Trial lawyers. Trial lawyers will look for that one fucking word all day. Is that what you're saying, Chris? Do you understand how long a day is?
I said other things too.
It's 24 hours.
Yes,
Do
20.
you
yes.
understand that?
Yes, I understand that.
And that would be every day.
Yes. Fuck.
Earl, you are on the side of the liars here, and you're saying fuck the audience
Yeah.
for what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And he's telling the fans of Motley Crue, just know that everyone's liars.
I asked Earl to go out to get me an Impossible Burger the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what he did was put a baby squirrel around a bun that was still alive, and I bit into it.
Baby?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Those are the cutest
and
squirrels, too,
Earl
the
said,
baby
you tell
ones."
me there's nothing impossible about a baby squirrel inside of a bun?
Now, did you see that as a lie when you said I wanted an Impossible Burger and he basically gave you baby squirrel burger?
Well, I had to agree that the word impossible is what we were debating over that. I
Yeah.
mean, he found a loophole in this.
All day.
Yeah, all day. Is that
Fucking-
what you're saying? And he beats you every time.
Yeah.
You know
that's
why?
how
Why?
he gets it.
You fight fair. That's why you're stupid. You got to get in the mud.
You gotta
and
get
roll
tricky,
around.
dude.
Yeah. I gotta lie more, and I gotta fucking give him a taste of his own medicine.
What do
He's
you
a
mean
piece
by
of
that?
shit. I'm just gonna start making up lies about Earl, and you guys should all believe them.
Are you
Why?
going to poison him? Is that what you're saying?
No, not literally poison him.
Seems like it.
Are you saying that you're not going to poison him and that's your first lie because you are going to?
Maybe because I'm just gonna lie about him from now on. Except for the point when I said he
Here's
lies
the thing
all the time.
about
It's true.
Earl, and I got to, give him credit for this. He's a big wrestling fan. He's a Vince McMahon. So
Yeah.
everything's a work with Earl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Motley Crue thing.
I can respect
is a
that, I
work.
guess.
I don't even know if Motley Crue is going to headline over Def Leppard. I can't imagine them going in the middle though.
No.
You know?
Not after coming back from their farewell tour.
Farewell Live.
Now, how long ago was it that they did their farewell tour?
5 years ago.
2015.
It's so bullshit, man.
Just a normal break between touring.
Yeah, that's so shitty. Hey, Nick in Baltimore. Hey, Nick.
Hey, I just heard you guys talk about the Impossible Burger. I was just saying that as a vegetarian myself, I'm furious that Burger King's getting sued over it. I think they did a great job of meeting people halfway, and it just can't please anyone if you try.
Well, I mean, you got to understand that a lot of those people are freaked out over the fact that they use the same grill as the Whopper.
Yes.
And there's little meat bits in it.
And I totally understand that, but again, like as a vegetarian myself, if I'm going to Burger King to get a vegetarian burger, I know full well that if I'm paying $1.97 for something, it's probably not going to be something that's been handled like away from any
You're like
contaminants the entire time.
Yeah.
You
Nick and Earl.
guys will defend the man.
That's really strange.
Disgusting.
Because, some people, they don't eat meat because they love cows, but some people don't eat meat because medically they are not able to.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's for health reasons that they don't eat meat. So, other places they have to think about cross-contamination.
Yeah.
That's like saying, oh, we don't clean everything here. And if you believe that we clean all this stuff, that's on you.
Idiots.
You
Yeah.
got food poisoning, that's your problem. Why would you ever trust us back here?
Well, I mean, I'm coming here to eat and give you my money.
But I guess I'm just too starry-eyed, you know what I mean? I just
Right.
believe all the lies.
You got to believe the lies. Earl told me that he was giving me pizza on a stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bite into it. I go, this isn't pizza. This is a hot dog. He goes, yeah, it's a hot dog. What else am I going to put on a stick? Pizza? It can't even fit there.
Why would you tell him that he was going to get the pizza, though?
Why?
He said that Frank Sinatra used to sell pizza on the stick back in the old fucking days of Vegas, and I'm talking about the salad days,
Yeah.
when there was only a couple of casinos and the mob was running everything.
I remember one time Jeffrey Gurian told me when pizza sticks came to the Bronx.
He honestly believes he was there when pizza was invented in the Bronx. No one had ever heard of pizza before. How old are you? Who brought it in? Jesus?
Most people would not want to admit that they were that old.
You know what? When you're hearing about this kind of grifting, Christmas is on its way.
Yeah.
Christmas is on its way.
Yeah.
I'm
The
going
season of deceit.
I'm going everywhere to find Juju a Baby Yoda.
Good.
Did they
Got
make
it.
the Baby Yoda
I mean,
toy?
The toy isn't out yet, but it's coming for
It's
Christmas.
coming. 100%.
And for
it's coming.
Christmas, Chris, you know how we got 6 weeks till Christmas.
No, I know.
I got 6 weeks to get the perfect thing for a 15-month-old.
You gotta get it.
Oh my God. I mean, people are just upset. I swear 50% of those that Disney Plus sales has to be because they saw that image of Baby Yoda and they're like, I need to know.
I got news for you. I'll go into Walmart and fight anybody to get a Baby Yoda for my Juju.
She's gonna
You know
love
why?
it so much.
I gotta buy her love. There's so much other things.
You're sleepy, Baby Yoda.
Aw,
Oh my God, she's
why
gonna
don't you
love
sleep
it.
next to Baby Yoda?
So cuddly.
Now, do you know for a fact they're making the toy, or you're just making that up, Chris?
No,
Is
they're making a Baby Yoda.
Is this
toy.
an Earl lie?
This isn't an Earl lie. I'm not Earl. I don't lie.
But you said you wanted to start.
Here's what I feel like.
Just about Earl.
I got Black Girl,
Yeah.
but then with Chris, I got Earl Grey. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody knows where I'm going with that.
Yep. Yeah.
Now,
I mean, Baby Yoda exists solely, I'm guessing, for toy sales because they do that. Star Wars does that. Other movie franchises
here's
have
the
done
thing.
it.
I'm going to get this Baby Yoda, and I'm going to give it to her a week before Christmas in case any of the other relatives
It's a
get her a
good-
Baby
good
Yoda.
idea.
That's smart.
Maybe I'll get her 3 Baby Yodas.
Yeah.
And I go, they only gave you 1, I gave you fucking 3.
Family of Baby Yodas.
Oh, triplets.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just because I haven't seen the show. But is that a Baby Yoda? Like, is it in a carriage there? It's so
Yeah.
cute, like a futuristic
it's
And
like a
carriage.
it's the real Yoda, right?
No, it's not the real Yoda. It's a being of Yoda's race but just a baby.
Whatever the
version.
Yoda
See,
species
we never
is.
saw another Yoda before.
No, we have not.
Man,
Exactly.
this is bumming me out because I thought this was Yoda as a baby.
So did I.
Also,
Because
apparently,
I don't get Disney Plus.
apparently this baby Yoda is like 50 years old or whatever because
What's,
the age.
They age
What's-
slowly.
Yeah,
What's Yoda? What's its species called?
I have no idea. I'll be totally
Because
honest.
I feel like all the other ones, you find out the
Yeah.
name
Hmm.
of.
like a job of the Hut is a hut.
Can I tell you this? Star Wars eats Yoda, asshole.
When I was a kid, what were the ones that looked like little Ewoks, right?
Yeah.
That's what they were called.
Yeah, but those happened before you were even born.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I remember watching that, and I had no idea that people hated it because it was that exact thing where they just made it so kids would like it.
Right.
And I was like, why would anyone hate the best part of Star Wars? It 100% worked on me.
It's that's because Star Wars is for children.
Yeah.
And adults got cynical about it. But when the first Star Wars came out, right? My dad wasn't talking about it. You know what I mean? You didn't look around and there were people in their 40s and their 50s arguing
Right.
over fucking lightsabers and shit. It was for children.
Right.
And now those same people that were children still hold on to it. So they're like, this fucking baby Yoda thing, bullshit.
I mean, I liked the last one they did. That adorable BB-8, that little soccer ball. It was the
Oh,
only thing
yeah.
that was good about it.
That's right.
That thing was adorable.
I was trying to think of what the big Christmas things when you were little. Because the weird thing, you and your brother never used to ask for stuff. You didn't give a
Yeah.
shit. I don't know what it is. I don't know where you got that from. But you weren't like... I mean, you can even see it in people now, like, I got the Apple 11, all right. You know
I
what I mean?
know.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the same people.
We weren't like that little girl. There was a tweet that trended yesterday of a dad who shared his daughter's Christmas list, and it was absolutely
Oh,
ridiculous.
I want to hear it.
Like, it's so funny. That's it right there, Chris. Read off. So he says, this is I think she's a 10-year-old girl. This is on her Christmas
She
list.
shouldn't even be Santaing up, if you know what I mean.
An iPhone 11, AirPods, a new MacBook Air, a real bunny, a hydro flask, clothes, makeup, Pumas, a Gucci slided Chanel purse, perfume, essential oil,
Spelled essential oil.
an American Girl doll car, new shoes, earrings / jewelry, checkered Vans, a GoPro, pink duck tap, glue food coloring and laundry detergent, clothes for bunny, $4,000.
That's just thrown in there.
LOL doll camper, LOL doll / big sister, LOL doll chalet, new sheets and cover, and an alarm clock.
The alarm clock at
To
the
wake
end
up
is so
and
great.
fucking count her money.
I mean, the AirPods alone is more than most people's Christmas budget for one
But
person. So
let me defend this kid. First of all, it matters whether she's a poor kid or a rich kid. If she's a rich kid, this is twice as bad. But she knows she ain't going to get anything. This is a wish list.
Yeah.
Maybe if you grab a couple things off here, she'll be
right,
happy.
she's just like, this is best case scenario.
Now, the LOL, I just saw a commercial for this the other day. I'd never heard of it before. And it was a commercial for the LOL Winter Disco. And I had no idea what it was about. I said to your mom, I go, what the fuck is the LOL Winter Disco show? What little kid would like a winter disco?
What the fuck is it?
This is so weird.
It's like a disco playset?
I don't know whether it's a cartoon or whether you do buy these things.
I mean, they're definitely dolls that you buy.
And it's not disco music. This is closer to electronic dance.
Yes. They're
I'm-
confused.
You know what Earl thinks? Good. Fuck them. Make these kids crave the toys and then stuff it up their ass.
Oh, look, there's the winter disco.
Millions. That's how Earl talks. We're going to make millions off this. You should go out and get the new Bennington shirt, Earl. And then make sure you get the signed poster for free.
Yeah, or go to iBangShop.com and use the code free poster. That's 2 words at checkout.
That's on my Christmas list. That and $4,000.
No LOL dolls?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind even getting 4,000.
Hey, wait, this winter disco does look pretty cool.
Okay, so it's a dollhouse.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, it's like a disco party with all tiny baby girls.
It's the Jeffrey Epstein edition.
Hey, Damien in New Jersey.
Hey guys, it sounds like Chris is starting this lying thing off right away because there's an article on Slash Film confirming there won't be Baby Yoda toys this year.
God damn it.
I read different.
Earl Grey, why would you do that to me?
This is the worst Christmas ever.
I know.
Well, why the fuck wouldn't they make Baby Yoda toys? They're idiots.
I knew that if they weren't out yet, they weren't going to happen. You got to get out way in
Right.
front of the Christmas season.
I mean, you're going to get beat
shit.
by winter disco.
What am I supposed to get Juju now? Teddy Ruxpin? She ain't going to care about that.
I remember wanting My Buddy. And then I think, like, after I got one, I found out, like, there was Kid's sister. And I was just like, I got the boy one. I didn't even know there was an
I don't
option.
even, oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
My Buddy.
My buddy,
My buddy.
my buddy and me. Greg in Patterson.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, I got 2 little girls, so I know all about these stupid LOL dolls.
Okay.
Okay, they're part of those. You know, the kids like the surprise eggs and all that. That's
Uh-huh.
what they are. They come in a little ball. You don't know what you're getting, and then some are limited edition, and they go crazy for them. And
It's
like
the same
hugest
bullshit
ripoff.
Earl pushes. Here, buy something and hope you win.
Right.
By buying. Why can't I just buy what I want to buy and do the collection myself? I'm going to end up with 15 little buddies and never have the sister.
Yeah, I mean, they're treating this like a fucking Happy Meal. Like, I don't want that. That was the worst part of the Happy Meal. Is
Right.
like, I got this shit last week.
You know what Earl said, right? We're going to make millions off this. We're going to own Christmas this year.
Evil.
Sondland knows he can put the deal together. This show was so good today. They're still running it. This is what I hated about it, though. I wish we could have got Trump reaction shots. You know what I mean?
That would be great if they really want the ratings to be
Right.
good.
Just have him throwing a sneaker at his TV, screaming on the phone, "Get me pants. This wasn't supposed to get back to me, you fucker." Pence was apparently involved as anybody.
Yes. Sondland said everyone. Literally everyone knew what was up.
Silent said, Red Rover, let Rudy come over.
Hey, Ted in Providence.
Oh, hey, buddies.
Hey.
I know that you have a younger relative who is very much into the Star Wars prequels, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they will tell you that there is another member of Yoda's species that have been in these movies.
I didn't know that.
There's a lady Yoda. I don't think she has any lines, but she looks exactly like Yoda with a wig on.
You know what I say to her? Lady Yoda.
But what is she called? Like, what is
Yoga.
there? So he's
no
Yoda
one
the
knows what
yoga?
the actual. No one knows what the species is called. They haven't.
They need to
declared
tell
that. But that
people.
character has a name somewhere. Like
I would just call them shellless turtles.
Ew. Now, you're right. That is what they look like. That's gross.
right.
Yoda's fucking gross.
Oh, I don't like that lady
I don't
Yoda.
believe I never saw that before.
Now, is that
No, she
Baby
looks
Yoda's
sick.
mom?
Her name is Yaddle instead of Yoda.
So she's Yaddle the Yoda.
We're gonna make millions off our Yaddle dolls. Millions.
Looks like nobody's buying the Yaddle doll, sir.
Vince Neil, what did I tell you? It's working. We're gonna make millions off of this. I'm pulling the strings and the kids will dance.
Winifred in Georgia.
Hey, Benningtons, how y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going?
All right. I think y'all are being a little unfair to Earl. He has a right to be jaded because how many times has he been told in the showers, that they won't come on his feet, and they always do.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
true.
probably why.
Earl lets men come on his feet.
Why?
He says he can make millions off of it. Millions.
That's how you
I
make your
tell
money,
you.
Earl?
Weird prostitute.
He's got a vibe for you. Earl, did you work last night?
No, I did not.
When the last time you worked, what was the big song that you got the Hard Rocks to go nuts to?
Old Town Road.
Earl's right on the cutting edge.
Yeah. He knows what the kids like.
I'm gonna take my dick to the old town road. I'm gonna come all over them feet. Gonna take my dick to the old town road. Gonna come all over them feet. Like this song, kids? Buy it. 'Cause we're gonna make millions off you. And then we're gonna own your soul. Hello, Kanye. Earl Douglas here. I think we make a lot of money off this Jesus gimmick. We're going to sell them eternal life at a price. Yeah. I'm going to take my dick to the old town road and then come all over them feet.
No wonder it was a
Is
hit for
everybody
17
singing along, Earl?
Yep, I had the whole room singing.
You feel like you did it, not the song.
No.
You felt like it was Earl.
It was the song.
He's wants to control everyone. That's what his big thing is.
You know what he said to
fucking
get people to
piece of
come out?
shit.
He said, "This is my last night as vibe manager," and
He says
everyone
that every
showed
night.
up.
People he works with give him presents.
You're a sick fuck, girl.
Sick like a fox.
He's a capitalist, you know.
Beware the buyer. That's Earl's thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can be had. Ye can be had.
Hey, I'm looking at Yaddle's feet. I don't remember Yoda having those feet.
No, those feet are fucking claws.
Yeah, I mean, she has really like a bad claw foot.
I don't think they used to show Yoda's feet.
No, in the original one, you never saw his
Oh,
feet.
okay, maybe that's
I
why.
think when they CGI'd him up, that's when you started seeing his feet.
I don't know why they do that.
Earl's already lining up a sequel to Joker. This time, Joker's gonna ride a bike. A bike that we sell to the kids.
I want a Joker bike.
That's right. Stand in line with your money. Mr. Wonderful Earl Douglas is here, and I like money. So are they really doing the Joker sequel?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Todd Phillips has been greenlit to start producing the Joker sequel, and Joaquin Phoenix is attached.
Well, he's the Joker.
Yeah.
Well, the other guy thought he was the Joker.
Yeah.
Jarrett, whatever his name is. I guess
Leto.
Jarrett's from fucking Subway.
Jared Freed, I think, is the new Joker.
What's his name? Leto? His feelings are really hurt, he said.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Did people hate him as the Joker? Is that
People just hated that movie, and they thought there wasn't enough of him in it, and they thought that he had too many tattoos. So I guess, yes, they hated him.
how many tattoos did they want him to have?
I think none.
Right now, by the last Bennington T-shirt.
It's the last one, guys.
iBangShop.com.
People are thinking that you're saying I bang chop.
iBangShop.com. Then use the code FREEPOSTER, 2 words, at checkout for a free poster. Signed.
So they write free poster, 2 words.
No, just the phrase free poster.
You said free poster.
I mean, normally
2 words.
there's, I'm just saying there's normally not any spaces in
Yeah.
the promo code,
Yeah.
so that's why they do it, because
Yeah.
it could be confusing.
Just the words
Free
poster.
space. But don't write
Yeah.
that word.
Yeah, don't.
Poster.
Free.
Can you get a free poster without buying a shirt?
No.
Then how free is that?
Good point.
It's a little game we play in the marketing.
It was Earl's idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one shirt left.
iBangShop.com.
Go immediately, all of you. You're a real character, Earl.
He's an uncontrollable
right.
liar.
He says, I'm going to bust my nut in the ass. I'm going to bust my nut in the ass of the American public.
Earl, No, you don't even fuck. This is crazy.
Oh man, what a thing that. Why would you take it to that era? Everything was joking up to them, and then you literally had to draw a picture of Earl's fucking penis going into the American public's asshole.
It wasn't literal, Chris.
I got confused.
God.
So the Baby Yoda thing that we were going to discuss is off the fucking table.
Yes.
It was a lie.
It was a
Chris
lie?
Stanley fucking Earl Grey lie. Chris, was there ever a present that you wanted, like you were crazy about it?
I always wanted the G.I. Joe toys, like the little ones, not the big dolls, but the small
You
ones.
didn't have a specific though.
It was the Snake Eyes one. The Snake Eyes G.I. Joe. He was like the ninja character. As
And
part
how
of
excited when you went under your tree and you found it there.
Never found it there, Rod. Never found it there. I got like a Duke or a Flint. These were other G.I. Joe characters.
You know what's really funny out of all this shit and the apps and all? They backstage in the green room, there was a Connect 4 there, right? So I pull it out. Luke Florentine had the best fucking time. Now, granted, we were betting money on it, but he had never seen a Connect 4 in his life, and he loved it like he grew up in the 1960s.
That's wild.
No, I don't think it is wild. I think
yeah.
kids would like a game. They just don't get games anymore. But Connect 4, here's what's great about it. Like checkers, it's the easiest thing to start to learn to play, and then you figure out strategies. It almost goes from a checkered game to a chess game in no time.
Exactly. You have to think ahead with Connect 4.
And I'm not even kidding you this. Fucking there was a 2 and 2, like, so figure 2 on the bottom and then 2 more on top of them. And Voss yells, "Got it." And he yells, all 4 of them are fucking connected. We go, they have to be connected in a line. He's like, they're connected in a square line. I'm like, where are you from that you don't understand Connect 4?
Square line.
One time we were taking a train down to D.C., and Eastside Dave brings his Connect 4 game, right? And we're coming out of the tunnel. He's setting it up in between me and him. He goes, we'll play for champion of Connect 4, the train champion. I'm not kidding. In probably 4 moves, I win this, right? From the guy who was bragging. He goes, all right, next game. I go, I'm not playing another game. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, I'm the champion. I'll fucking play when I want to play. You know, when Ali had the fucking belt, he decides when the next match is. Never would play again the rest of the weekend. He's carrying around a giant Connect 4 game. We playing? I go, nope. I still haven't played him again. He thought we were going to be playing on the train the whole way down, like I was his baby brother.
I really wish, Chris, that you would pull the Baby Yoda picture back up and not the Yaddle picture.
I wanted the Yaddle toy.
The Yaddle is not ever getting a toy. You know what toy I remembered was the one I obsessed over? It was called Puppy Surprise. Because it also reminds me of the thing where you're like, you don't know what you're going to get.
Right.
So it was surprise, surprise, puppy surprise. How many puppies are there inside? It was a pregnant dog.
Oh, yeah, that was disgusting.
There could be 3 or 4 or 5. Guess what? It was 3. And it was
Every
always
time.
3. You never got the 5 puppies. Never.
Yeah,
I had 3.
suckers.
Everybody else I knew, all the other girls I knew who had puppy surprise were like, hey, I also got 3.
I'm trying to think. When I was a kid, I always would just want, like, a sled or skates, anything that just had to do with that week. But there was never, like, a toy thing that I wanted. Now, I got toys, and I was like, oh, okay, this is great. But I never sat around and thought about a toy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I could tell you one that, like, I remember the commercial, and it was leading up to Christmas, and I did get it for Christmas, was Moon Boots. And that's also, like, if you ever find any of those, like, most dangerous toys, it always makes the list. I think they were called Moon Boots or Moon Shoes.
Moon shoes.
And they were like kind of like mini trampolines
oh, I
that
remember
attached
those.
to your
Yeah, they're
feet.
hilarious.
And if you like tripped, you just ate shit, just face on pavement, and that shit just tripped you up. It was horrible. But I remember seeing the commercial like, this is the greatest invention.
You
known to
notice
man.
that they're jumping on the grass and not on
Right.
the fucking sidewalk
Yep.
where they could chip their teeth.
Patrick in New York.
Hey guys, I wanted to tell you Disney screwed up like this before. When Frozen came out, what was it, 2014 or something like that? I had a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old girl, and that movie was out at Thanksgiving, and it went bonkers, and there wasn't any Frozen toys out there to be found. You couldn't go to a Disney store, you couldn't find anything Frozen. It's like all the little girls wanted Frozen, and there wasn't anything to be found. So this would be the second time that. Disney
Well, Frozen 2 is coming out. Now that your girls are 15, they probably won't want these toys, but they are...
You would think it would be something Disney would be on top of. Like, we know Frozen's going to be a hit. Let's just make Frozen toys right
I guess
now.
it looks so embarrassing when you have things that people aren't buying and you've stocked them all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're returning your Frozen
Right,
toys.
and then you look like shit. It's like that, what was that clothing company that they got in trouble because they were just setting their clothes on fire because they didn't want like homeless people
Right.
wearing their clothes. They're like, we don't want to sell this for cheaper. That will make us look like shit.
I remember I had to go see the Frozen movie in a screening room because I was doing an unmasked with
Josh
Gad, and he was the snowman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching this movie. It starts, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" The snowman doesn't even get into it till like 45 minutes in. He's the only one who realizes he's in a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is serious as fuck. They're singing songs I never heard before. I'm literally moaning like, "Oh God, I can't fucking believe this." It's over. Everyone's like, "What'd you think of Frozen?" I go, "I think it's the worst fucking movie. No one's going to watch this. No little kid wants to see this." It made $1 billion.
Yeah.
$1 billion fucking dollars. And I found it to be painful. Then when the snowman, I was like, oh, I can see how kids would like this. He's a funny snowman. But the sisters are acting like they're in some kind of a fucking period piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very dramatic. I only knew I actually called it "Let It Go" for years because
Yeah.
I just knew the song. The song was so massive.
Yeah, the song was unbelievably
And
big.
I'm like, oh, you see that "Let It Go" movie? Kids seem to like it. But then it
I
wasn't.
can't imagine boys like that movie, though.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
there was
it's
nothing for a boy in that
Yeah, I
movie.
think
I
it's
didn't know
like
it was so serious.
strictly. Well,
The
here's
little
the thing.
girl was frozen away from her sister.
Oh,
She doesn't get to see her
Jesus. I
sister
never
for
saw
fucking
it.
decades.
Yeah, she's like locked away in a room, and
Dark.
I only know it because, on YouTube, if you're like watching a video, the next
Yeah.
one will pop up. So I was watching music, like Disney songs with Juju, and it came on, and it was like incredibly dramatic, and I was crying by the end of
And
this, and it was like a 3-minute clip from the movie, and
the
I was in
parents
tears.
drowned.
Yeah, it was horrible.
God damn. No, that's terrible, Disney. And why can fucking
They-
You saying it's terrible that everyone loved it. I'm
it's
fucking
weird.
explaining to you.
And also, that's their bag, baby. They love dead parents, kids separated from their parents.
I think it's a big fantasy of kids. You know what I mean? Like, if my parents die, I can become an adult. I can start living my life the way I want to without them hanging over my fucking
like, how
head.
will I make it out there?
Yeah. I guess with my wits. That's what they say. Well, Chris, we were giving your life story.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my parents weren't really. They were there, but they weren't there.
You could have been a Disney princess.
I was watching this Soda special. You and him had a lot in common when it comes to dads. Yeah, except for your dad went, further. But his dad would be a nightmare for you, Chris. He was alcoholic and a giant Jimmy Buffett fan.
Oh, gee, no. Thank God. At least all I had were the Moody Blues playing fucking every so often.
That's much easier.
They're really not about partying at all.
Moody
the
Blues?
Moody Blues, yeah.
Which is
trippy,
weird.
I guess.
Yeah.
Earl, what I know what Earl wanted when he was 5 years old.
What was it?
Freedom. What did you want, Earl? Bennington Show T-shirt?
Just go to the iBank shop.
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 iBank shop.
I did one because my brother and I were big fans of the $6 Million Man, and we wanted the Steve Austin doll with the bionic eye, which you look through, and the little roll up with the showed the bionics in the arm.
What'd you do when you got it?
Oh, we went crazy. Absolutely nuts.
So you weren't like Chris. You actually got the thing that you said.
Great. Thanks for throwing it in my face, Earl. Dick. He's probably lying about that. Ron.
Can you imagine Earl and his brother sitting there together in their PJs watching
No,
$6 Million Man?
That's adorable.
Or as they called it, $6 Million White Man.
Man, you know, that just made me think Home Alone was a Christmas movie. And I was like, I had the talk boy that he had in.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they made like a talk boy. Like, did they have that ready to go, or was I still?
Yeah.
I loved Home Alone so much by the next Christmas.
I think they
was
had it
getting
ready to go.
Yeah, they had to have.
It was very smart because like immediately you're like, I want that thing.
I think it was made for the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But did they have it ready, like so kids could have it by
I mean, how
Christmas?
did they know that was going to be a hit? 'Cause
I
It
know.
didn't even seem like it could have been a hit.
I just remember the toy that I guess it was a toy, something from a movie I really fucking wanted and begged my parents for it and didn't get. Remember a Terminator 2 when he's hacking the ATM machine?
Oh, yeah.
With that little tiny bullshit computer that obviously couldn't do that. I
Yeah.
begged my parents for that tiny little computer.
They gave it to you?
They did. I didn't
Why
get
didn't
it,
you just
Ron.
build it yourself
I
since
should-
you're such a genius?
I was like fucking 8.
How old were you before you could start building computers?
I was probably 17.
So how'd you get into your high school as a freshman?
Do you realize that he was younger than fucking Jobs and Wozniak when he built his first computer? This is
Could've
the
been
beginning
you.
of a beautiful story.
Alex in Baltimore.
Hey, Bennington. Love the show. Before I get into the craze, I got to say, someone's got to cheer Vito up. Him picking up the phones, it's a goddamn downer, dude. He needs to cheer up.
Dude,
But
grab Vito and send him in here, would you please?
Vito, why are you sounding so sad?
Chipper.
Why you look so
Chipper?
sad, I'll
But the
stand
toy
by
craze-
you. Yeah.
there was one Christmas, they did laser tag and Cabbage Patch Kids, same Christmas, and you couldn't get either one. And my parents somehow found both for my brother and I. Or my grandparents found the Cabbage Patch Kid, but it sounded like war,
Chris
going to
is-
war trying to find those toys when I was a kid. So
Now,
that was my craze.
Vito, why you sound so sad when you answer the
I
phones?
don't think I sound sad when I answer the phones. I said, Bennington, what's your name? Where are you calling from? He said, Alex from Baltimore. I said, okay, Alex, what do you want to say?
You sound
Yeah,
sad. Why
even
can't you
now
sound
you
happy?
sound depressed.
I don't think I
Like,
sound
why don't you
Is
say
everything
Happy
okay?
Thanksgiving, everybody?
Ooh, that's good.
Okay, everybody gets a happy Thanksgiving.
Good.
From now until next week.
Why are you being that way? What is going on? Your girlfriend fighting with
No,
Oh
you?
I'm
no!
not-
Did you guys break up?
No, everything's fine.
Was your skin not tight enough for her? Is it an extra skin thing that
No,
you're
it's
going
not
through?
an extra skin thing. I've not.
You know, come Thanksgiving, I'd thank you for the extra skin.
Fucking love turkey skin
Fucking
myself.
delicious.
It's so good.
Here's my idea for a new product. Just bags of turkey skin.
I'll buy
You
it.
skin the turkey,
Turkey
we
skin
deep fried
singles?
it, yeah.
Sell
And
it
then
to
we
me.
fucking just sell it in fucking hot bags so people can.
Earl, I know that you don't like many entrees, but do you like turkey skin?
Yes, I love turkey skin.
Don't
Alright.
get mad, dude. Yeah.
Why'd you snap at me
You
like
fucking
that?
person like anyone else.
He
I
hates
love
turkey
it.
skin.
What if we sell it, but we just say, this is the last turkey that exists, so you have to buy all this turkey skin?
Why isn't there a Christmas restaurant in New York where we could just go and eat turkey?
Yeah, that would be great. Here are their entrees, turkey or goose, which would you
The last
prefer?
time I was in one of those places, it was like New Hampshire or something.
Yeah.
And it was like all Christmased out in July. Everyone was there fucking greasing up, having fun, eating that food that you don't get enough of. Remember there was one of those in Florida I took you kids
Yeah,
to.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And then I have pictures too, like we dressed up, like
Oh, that's so
like as
cute.
though it was Christmas. Took pictures. It's
adorable.
Fake snow.
Your parents didn't do that with you?
No, Ron, no.
You didn't beg them to go to Christmas?
I would like. My grandmother would make surf and turf on Christmas Eve, though.
That
sometimes.
sounds really nice. No
That-
wonder you love surf and turf so much.
There's the
We've been
connection.
talking about surf and turf
Can I
every
tell you
day this
something?
week.
Yeah.
It's
I remember one Christmas Eve we had surf and turf.
Isn't it great?
What are you
But
telling,
then
Vito?
on Christmas Day would be London broil.
You guys really stayed with the meat, huh? Vito, why so sad, really?
I'm not sad at
Is
all.
this Christmas memories bringing up some sad things for you?
No, Christmas. We had solid Christmases at home.
You know what Vito used to get for Christmas?
What?
7 fishes.
Did you eat all fishes?
We didn't really. I didn't do a lot of seafood for Christmas.
You understand the 7 fishes?
I
is
know.
an
I just
Italian
my
thing.
family never did that. I think it died out
They're
with
not
my
real.
grandparents.
Oh.
So sorry. No wonder he's so sad.
What a downer.
Dan in Atlanta.
Hey, Maha Bone.
Maha, buddy.
That's old school there. I had an Evil Knievel motorcycle bike. You'd crank down on this thing and shoot that sucker out, and he'd jump over anything.
I remember
you
that,
want, get your
yeah.
phone and be ready to go again.
You guys
really
don't
cool.
can't believe how big Evil Knievel was at one time.
I mean,
he was as big as Hulk Hogan was in the 80s. That was Evil Knievel in the 70s.
That's fucking awesome.
And every kid was trying to, we would build these ramps, was just like finding some boards and putting bricks underneath it. And then you would jump just a couple feet. And you're like, Evil Knievel. You would yell Evil Knievel as you were riding your ass off down the hill. You wonder why a lot of the adults hated him. You know, the kids are out there racking their fucking knees out. And see, that's what I want you to think about when you're sad, Vito.
I'm not sad.
What are you getting your girlfriend?
I have a girlfriend. She's great.
What are you getting her for Christmas?
I don't know yet. I mean,
can I tell you what you should get her?
Yeah.
Pregnant.
No, I don't know. I don't think
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
good.
Take her behind the school, get her pregnant.
all women love babies. So.
I think
Give the gift of
Perfect.
life.
I'm old school. I don't pull out.
I'm gonna wait on the pregnancy thing
Why?
because I think that's something down the road. I don't think that's something
Why? No.
a few months in. That's
I
Silly.
think you do it immediately.
Move fast, man.
Can I
Don't-
tell you
don't make my
something?
mistakes.
You guys wait so long, you're never going to have grandkids. Okay? You don't
Okay.
want to be
Yeah.
that fucking guy.
I don't want to be that guy, but I could wait like a few years.
No.
No.
You don't want to do that.
You want as much time with your grandkids as possible.
You wait
Okay.
a few years. By the time you're 18, you're old dad. By the time the kid's 18.
That's a good point.
You want to be young dad. Everybody likes young dad.
Yeah, young dad seems pretty cool.
They're so
Yeah.
fun and they're like running around. They'll take you on the roller coaster. They'll
Right.
do everything. You think old dad can do that shit?
No,
He
his
can't.
knees are blown out. I'd be an old dad.
I remember when I used to go to Gail's PTA meetings, I would sit in the lotus position on her teacher's desk. I'm like, does any of this stuff even matter? You know? And they're like, well, what would you like her to be when she's older? And I go, happy. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, because he's a young dad.
I saw Florentine telling his kid, right? It was out in front of the club, and he's showing him that the pictures and stuff is out in front of this beautiful theater. And he goes, you see those people driving by us? You know what they did? Studied. He goes, me? I didn't study at all. You want to end up like them or like me? Luke is like, I want to end up like you. He goes, that's right. So that's what I'm saying to you, man. Go for this thing.
Okay.
Don't you know that she's the one, right? She's the one for the rest of your life.
You're sure?
Yeah.
You know that immediately.
I mean, I'm pretty confident.
You know what'll make you
100%
more confident is a baby.
I don't want to do this right
Can
now.
I tell you something? When you do it, it makes you happy.
Look, if you have a baby, you, Leslie, and your girlfriend, the baby could live in your apartment.
Why don't you have a baby?
Can I tell you something? You don't
I've
think
decided not to.
Leslie wants to cuddle up?
Oh my God,
I-
she would love it.
I don't have sex with my mom.
No,
No,
you idiot.
he does.
You
He
weird.
does. He just brought it up.
No, that's not
It's
what we're
for her to
talking.
cuddle up with the baby.
So he just always brings up the sex with my mom thing.
Don't fall into his world.
I mean,
You're
this
a
makes
fucking
you look
father
nuts,
now.
dude.
Got him.
You're a father now.
You got to get past this
And
shit.
you have an incestuous relationship.
Hey, Angela from Sacramento has some good news. Angela.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Happy Thanksgiving.
To
Happy
you, too.
Thanksgiving.
Same to you,
Yeah,
Debbie.
yeah. And congratulations, Vito, on your little new kitty cat baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
kitty
excited.
cat.
Yeah.
The little
Kitties
kid-
having kitties.
I called to tell you. Yeah, little tiny kittens trying a whole litter. I wanted to tell you there is a turkey skin treat. I give them to my dogs every day. And every time I buy them at the grocery store, the grocer always tells me, you know, these are good for human consumption too. So, good news. They're out there.
Yeah.
You guys can get one.
I think I think if they exist, why not try?
What are they called? Mini thinkers?
Seems that's one brand. No, these are just
No, I don't
sticks,
want
not
pumpkin
skins.
mixed in. I just want the straight skins.
And what's the name of the product? Was she gone?
She's gone. She's left us.
I'm gonna find these things.
I don't think you will.
Dog treats.
And if they're okay for human consumption, that's exactly
That's it,
what I am.
dude. You just pass it.
Turkey jerky?
No, no one's eating
No.
jerky.
Yeah, jerky sucks.
Thank you. It's fucking terrible. All jerky is.
I'm not finding straight skin. I'm just finding old like stick.
Wow, why does that surprise me, Chris? You can't fucking come through for us.
Cod skins.
We just wanted to eat these dog treats, Chris.
But no, we can't. Why?
Sorry.
Chris can't fucking find them.
Sorry, everyone.
Well, look at who it is.
Who is it?
Hard Rock Jenny.
Head Rock Johnny.
Hey, Jenny.
Hello, Bennington. If Vito sounded sad, Earl sounded very indifferent when he answered the phone.
It is true. I'll say this, Johnny. He's indifferent towards you.
That's probably
It's
what
like,
it is.
It's almost like I don't know him for 20 years.
I know. And I'll go, like, Johnny's the man over there, huh? And he'll be like,
Yeah.
He defers to Hard Rock Vic.
Always Hard Rock Vic first.
No.
Johnny, did you hear when Chris and Vito said that Earl's coworkers didn't know that he worked at Sirius and was part of the show?
I did hear that. Yeah, that was a little weird. Earl's a little introverted at times. If you
So
don't
he
know.
doesn't really even know anybody over there. He's just the black guy.
Well, I think they know his name, and they know he picks the music.
He's your diversity hire.
No. I was. He was just a good hire because he knows his music.
Earl was telling me once that he thought he was going to end up in management at the hotel side of it. Is that true?
Wow.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible at the Hard Rock.
I mean, you need a vibe at a hotel.
Yeah.
You do actually. The hotel that is a full-time position. It's the hotel vibe manager.
Now, Johnny, your old friend Rudy Giuliani, his name popped up tonight, and your old friend Bloomberg is trying to make a run at it, although they said not everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
Like only 2% of the people know.
How do people not know who Mike Bloomberg
You
is?
think that, but
I don't get that.
I know.
And he immediately got a nickname, Little Mike.
Little Mikey, look at little Mikey. He's little.
Little Mike. Like,
is he that little?
Did you see whose numbers are going through the roof? He's leading in both Iowa and New Hampshire. Buttigieg.
Really?
Leading, right.
Buttigieg is back.
And people said, they go, why would you, how's this guy? He's running this tiny little city as their mayor. And people answered, we'd rather have a black man or a gay man before one woman.
Yeah, that's the
They
answer.
don't feel comfortable with women in there.
They're like, well, let's look at Elizabeth Warren's political. Shh, doesn't matter.
Egghead, that's what I call her. Some goddamn egghead looking out for the common man. I like Buttigieg. She's
fun name.
Yeah, he's like
He's
the
a guy.
gay Obama. Now, everything is going good until he gets to South Carolina, and then he falls through the floor. Why? White states, fine with a gay guy. Black people, and Earl, you know this is true, homophobic.
Sad but true. This is
Sad?
one.
Then why are you smiling, Earl?
I'm not smiling at
He's
all.
giving us thumbs up too.
Two.
Yeah.
Earl said, I go, what do you think? Could he be president? Earl goes like this. Ooh, that butt stuff is nasty.
God. Earl, come
You're
on.
awful.
I couldn't even make it through that line. So
Earl,
stupid.
the butt stuff is not going to interfere with his work as president.
That's not as nasty as you think, Earl. Everyone takes a shower first. Johnny, are you thinking ahead to 2020?
No, I'm looking at 2024. I need a little more time to fundraise.
Too bad. You know what Johnny told me he wants for Christmas this
What's
year?
that?
Heavier weights.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's a strong man.
Yeah, he does powerlifting routines.
Why won't you, Vito?
I'm not there yet. I'm just trying to slim down still, and I'm trying to work on my running.
You're very slim.
Yeah, but he's worried about losing that girlfriend.
Yeah, I gotta keep thin for her.
Kitty cat.
Oh, kitty cat.
My
I
kitty
love
cat.
kitty cats.
Meow meow.
Are you going to be able to take your shirt off when you have sex, or are you still too nervous?
I've been wearing a tank top.
Smart. And underwear, too.
Yeah.
Just poke your penis around the side.
Ball's still in the underwear as well.
What if you just got a text that said, Vito, I'm pregnant? We'd go fucking crazy.
Oh my God! Would you read it here on air and share it with us?
Congratulations!
That didn't happen. I would tell you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell you guys what was going on, and then some decisions would have to be made.
Oh my God!
They ain't your decisions.
I know. I mean, not me. I'm just gonna sit back and go. A lot of options here.
Wow.
A lot of options.
You're
what a
awful.
thing to say,
You're
even before
awful.
she's
Please
pregnant.
don't even say this to Kitty Cat
And
as a joke.
Earl, you're anti-abortion, right? 100%?
Yes, but I have no say in it.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What does that mean?
What do you mean? You're
No, I mean, I don't believe in it, but you know what? I have no.
so you're pro-choice then?
I mean, I guess that makes me
Jesus
pro-choice.
hears you saying that,
Yes, that
Earl.
makes me pro-choice because you know what? I have no say in what she
Like
does
how-
with her body.
It's like, I guess this isn't even something you've pondered yet. If you're pro-choice or not. Most adults have had a
most
thought about
adults
it.
have been in this conversation. This is what comes from not having sex.
Right. He's like, my name's Paul, and that's between
There you
y'all.
go.
Sex is not my business.
Vito, on the other hand, you're very pro-choice, huh? After the way you're talking today.
Yeah.
I think women it's their body, their choice, and that's on them. And I was just saying, I'm so pro-choice. I'm pointing out there's lots of choices. There's not just one.
You know what? He's saying it's their body until he wants some of it. You know what I mean?
And then he takes.
Disgusting.
He doesn't take no for an answer.
No, it's one of the choices.
Look at this, Chris. We're having server juice problems with that new T-shirt.
Really, at ibangshop.com.
Yeah.
ibangshop.com.
He just worked it into a...
I don't want to say chop. I want to say ibangshop.com.
You struggle with the word "at" there, though.
But he also struggles with Bennington.
Bangton.
Bennington.
Okay. This is something I've always wanted to get to the bottom of. So you
get
always
to it.
say,
Yeah.
why can't you say our name? And then you say, I just want to pronounce it correctly. But then you don't. You're hitting the wrong thing. Like you just think if you go hard on the B, this is the problem.
Oh, I'm trying to enunciate at the beginning to let the rest of it enunciate as well.
It's not the B that you struggle with.
Bennington.
You're weird with first syllables.
There are new
because-
Bennington T-shirts at ibangshop.com.
Chop?
To get a free signed poster at checkout, put in the code FREE POSTER. Those are 2 words. And that last part
I wish
wasn't
I
part
had
of
a
it.
free poster.
Oh my God.
Hand delivered to Johnny.
And a shirt.
Who is
but
going to hand deliver
I am.
it?
Tomorrow morning.
Please.
That means you want free breakfast again?
I mean, that wouldn't hurt.
I could get that for you.
Bambi and Choppy is going out to get their 2-week chip. And then they wrote to me and Dax Shepard. And here's the funny thing. I remember the first time they wrote to me and Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
They used me and Dax Shepard as whatever. But it's working.
Yeah.
2-year chip. Fantastic.
That's awesome. Way to go.
I hope that's
heard
the
you
right
clap.
person because I
It's
can't
sweet.
understand Twitter anymore. If that's the right person who started that, whether it was Bambi and Choppy or they were answering to someone else. I despise the way Twitter looks these days.
Oh, yeah. That's a response. Bambi and Choppy is just saying congrats.
But to who?
The dog's dad.
Congratulations, dogs.
DC
Dad.
Wingate.
Look at, by the way, look how much better he looks.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
I feel like going to that meeting. I'd like to take Chris there if I could.
I mean, I don't believe I should be there.
You'd be afraid to go. I tried to take him before. I go just for fun.
Yeah.
We didn't want to be there. Thought everybody was going to grab him and pull him into a hole.
You can just go to listen. You don't have to do anything.
He doesn't listen to fucking shit, this guy.
That's pretty
Johnny,
cool.
we never even found out what you needed today. Is there something up?
No, I was just calling to say hey.
It's always
think
good
that
to
was
hear
really
from
it.
you.
You excited
Well,
about, your new quarterback, Danny Dimes?
Danny Dimes, I guess.
You hear what they were calling him after the Jets game?
What's that?
March of Dimes.
Weird, but okay.
That is, not a great football year for New York, is it?
Or basketball year, or hockey year, or baseball year.
No. The Islanders, the Islanders are having
Are they even still in New York?
Barely.
Yeah, they're kind of like I think they're back in Nassau again.
Yeah, so,
they
you know.
haven't-
A bunch of
They
people
haven't
yelled at this guy last night, the seller, who's from Long Island. That's not New York. And I'm like, what do you give a fuck, dude? Why do you got to concern yourself about where he lives? He had his own skincare company. Nice.
That is nice.
Nice. Was in town for the Big Billy Joel song. All right, Johnny, talk to you soon.
Peace, Johnny. Love you. Hey, Jeff in Indiana.
Hey, Gail. Hey, Ron.
What's up, Jeff?
Vito's a little preoccupied with his kid on the way, and Fat Fingers won't plug. I want to let you know I've got my tickets for the Creeps Tour in Chicago on Saturday. Super stoked.
Really, really looking forward to it, too.
That'll be a
I
great
say
show.
this, it's going to be a deep dish kind of night. Try to talk in a way that they can understand.
Go to creepstour.com for tickets. That's in Chicago. Saturday night at the Patio Theater. And then on Friday, the Creeps will be at the Bergen PAC in Englewood, New Jersey. Creepstour.com for tickets.
Dog's dad in Virginia.
Hey, buddy, we were just talking about you.
Yes, that's why I called in. I was like, hey, that's me.
You look fantastic, too. I looked at your before and after. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's I appreciate it, Ron. You've been just following you and everything you do and you talk about really makes this easier for me, buddy.
Dude, don't
Yeah,
forget
but,
Dax Shepard, too. It's all part of this. Hey,
yeah.
also, could you have imagined 2 years? Like, right before you started? Like, you just think that can't happen, you know?
Oh yeah. No. I made it 4.5 months before I relapsed first time.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, let me tell you, it stuck this time. It's I'm amazed. The people at work are amazed. In fact, they gave me cupcakes for tonight's meeting, so come on down.
I'd love to be there, man. Congratulations to you, my friend.
That's great.
Peace. Means a lot.
All right, thank you much, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Peace. I always think about this if I didn't find my way back. You know what I mean? If I didn't get out of that fucking hole.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have Earl lying to me. I wouldn't have Chris stab me in the back. I wouldn't have Vito and his short, fucking arrogant answers like a bad teenager.
True.
You know?
Look at what you have.
Yeah.
These guys.
I'm here for
But seriously, I
Boys.
wouldn't have you and Juju. It would be, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows where it goes, you know? That's why I never, I never count anybody out, you know? I know Artie is going through a thing where they're watching him very, very closely, and I say, good. You know, that's where he needs to be right now. Artie hasn't looked as good as long as any of us has known him.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He really looks fantastic. I'm really happy for him. Kathleen in Florida.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, Kathleen.
I just wanted to let you know, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I went on to order a T-shirt, and the direction said just to enter poster for the
God
code.
damn it, Chris, you're in trouble.
You're in big trouble.
And it did take it did say free, so I just wanted maybe Chris could take another look at the website or something.
Will do.
Mm-hmm. Thanks so much, Kathleen.
All right, have a good day.
You've actually helped Chris because now we've got rid of that whole pesky space issue.
Yeah, now he's just
You know
poster.
what, Chris?
It's just
Yes, Ron.
poster.
Because of you, I'm canceling running the Thanksgiving show. How's that?
Oh my
We
God!
should still do that.
3 days of dead air.
No.
If you want to know why, Chris Stanley.
Yeah, Mr. Poster himself.
You know what Chris is talking about getting his girl this year for Christmas?
What?
Who wants to buy this diamond ring?
There's no engagement ring.
Diamond ring is a beautiful present.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to mean engagement.
You know that alone?
Tell
yeah.
her to wear it on her right hand.
Yeah. Do you know her ring size?
No.
You know what you can do while she's sleeping? This sounds a little creepy.
Just on
You
her feet?
Take a little piece of string
Yeah.
and tie it, like wrap it around her ring finger. Then you measure that straight. You got her ring size. You
Dude.
take that in, and they could help you out. So you don't even have to ask her, because then it'll spoil the surprise.
Here's the other thing,
I'm so
right?
excited.
Yeah.
When you ask her, me and Vito and Earl will be dressed as cops, right?
What?
Okay.
We're acting like we're busting you.
Yeah.
And we're like, get on your knees, motherfucker. Get on your knees.
Terrible.
You go on your knees.
Yeah.
You reach in your pocket. You pull out the ring. Then me, Vito, and Earl start going like this. As we walk along together. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And when you go, will you make me the happiest man in the whole world?
Sounds like a wonderful way to do this. And if it
Get
were-
on your fucking knees, bitch.
That part's
I'll
scary.
blow your fucking head
That
up.
part's scary.
But then she'll be so happy.
And I go like, I'll fucking take, here's how we'll do it. This is really fucking great. I reach in his pocket. I pull out a fucking bag of powder. I go, what the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is this? I go in your other pocket. I pull out a diamond ring. What the fuck is? Oh, this must be for you. I get down on my knee.
Wait, what?
I put it on her.
I think I would be the one doing it.
No.
You want to do it then?
This isn't going to happen, but I mean, just a
I like
scenario.
Ron's way better. It makes more sense.
And then you and Earl and Vito are like, as we walk along.
You're gonna have to learn the song.
together." Look, Earl's trying to find that fucking song. So in love, all we do. Who did that song, Earl?
I remember Art Garfunkel did a version of it.
Keep thinking.
Uh,
Same era.
Don't know.
Dated J.D. Souther.
J.D. Souther.
No. And is that what you're looking up? Takes forever. But that would be fucking hilarious, Chris, if we're doing this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds like it's
thank you for the this is a great idea if it
Yeah.
were to happen.
It's going to happen.
I mean, no, it's not.
It is going to happen.
You think?
It's just like we'll just decide how we're going to do
Like,
it.
who
But
would
I like,
propose, me or Ron?
yeah, there's details to work out, but it's happening, and it's
Yeah.
going to be this Christmas. You know why?
Why?
Because there is no Baby Yoda toy. So what are you going to get her? A diamond ring.
I can wear my cop outfit. I already have one, so.
Perfect.
I'll just be plain clothes. Make sure you keep calling me detective so it doesn't look stupid.
Oh, lucky you get to be the detective.
Yeah.
I'm gonna film the whole thing. I'll be like
Oh,
hiding in the
that's
bushes,
fucking
filming the
good.
whole thing because
Yeah.
you want to keep it,
Well,
and it could
upload
go
it immediately.
viral. I think.
Yeah, I know it will. Without get on your fucking knees, motherfucker.
It's fucking scary.
If I'm already in my cop outfit, do you mind if I just throw my pics in there just to kill two birds with one stone?
If that's what you need to do to make this work. Did you find it? Found it, Earl?
Not by J.D. Souther, by Timothy B. Schmidt.
You're fucking right. It was Timothy B. Now I look like the fucking idiot
no,
of this whole thing.
No, he's lying.
Well, he's not even right. He just Googled it.
Yeah,
Both were attached with the Eagles. You know, let's give me that.
I'll give it to you.
I don't want. All right, we got a break here. We coming back with Dish?
Yeah, we are gonna come back with Dish.
We'll come back with Dish and Timothy B. Schmidt, Bennington.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show. Bennington is back, and this is Faction Talk 103. It's the Bennington Show.
Bennington is back, and that was Chris Stanley's engagement song.
What?
That's the big dish of the day. This week's Dish segment is presented by Dish. Tuned in to you to learn more. Call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com. And of course, if we're dishing, we need the host.
Is that cashmere? I serve the dish. I serve the dish.
It's Cashmere! Woo! You can hear Cashmere on Not Another True Crime podcast every week on Betches Media. Read his weekly column, Did You Hear with Cashmere, on the iBang, and he'll be hosting Pass the Aux at Union Hall in Brooklyn, December 12th at 10 p.m. UnionHallNY.com for tickets.
Oh, that's a cool place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
fun
cool.
late night. Yeah.
Wow.
Should be good. I know.
Maybe we should have your reception there.
They have bocce? Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's
Would you
the
want to do a
dish.
DJ or a live band?
I feel like if I were to ever get married live band, I think that'd be more fun.
Guess what?
What's that?
I'm very good friends with the goddamn Comedy Jam.
Oh, all right.
Not only will they do a live band, and they're great,
Yeah.
we could probably get Big J to sing a song.
That's wonderful.
That would be so cool.
That's
What
a
would-
plus one. He's bringing Christine, so don't get. I know you're a little tight with money. Don't get mad.
I am.
I'm inviting a lot
Would
of
you
people.
sing a song to her too? Like you have to prepare something. Yeah. It would
Probably
be
the
great.
Creeps with Kids song. I think that's
Come
good.
on, be honest. Stop fooling around. What would be? You guys have a romantic song?
I don't know if we have maybe 5,500 miles.
What?
What's that?
The
fucking-
Pretenders or
Pretenders?
I would walk 5,000 miles.
Is it 5,000?
Sounds like
And I would walk
500.
500. Yeah.
How's that a romantic song?
Doesn't seem like.
Yeah, no.
That's great.
You do a jig down the aisle. Yeah.
He's so fat.
Do you like that? That Pretenders 10,000 miles or
Love
something.
that song.
Yeah, that's a
That's-
sad one. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's better though.
It is better. It's a nice. I consider it a
Some
Christmas
amount
song.
of miles you should definitely do.
Yeah, yeah, something in the Toyota Camry.
So what is the dish today, Cash?
There is. It's for the first time we have to switch the order of dish.
Oh God!
Because
Not
there's.
music first?
I know, not music first, because there's some big applause dish.
Good.
That's stopped me in my tracks.
Applause, applause, applause,
So, we know the movie Harriet came out this year. I don't know if you know, but all about Harriet Tubman, and Cynthia Erivo played the titular role. Got great reviews. But Hollywood back in the day, in the early 90s when this movie was first talked about, wanted a different person leading lady.
Mhm.
Did you read about this?
I
Yeah.
did.
They wanted to go with Julia Roberts
Yeah.
to play Harriet Tubman.
They would have been better off having Mr. Roberts or Oral Roberts in there. By the way, Vito stole your story this morning and opened up with it. Even though that you know that he had it, Vito?
I wasn't aware
You
of that.
son of a bitch.
You got him.
Well, he
You
probably
sack of shit.
had the same mentality that Hollywood. He was like, it's so long ago, they will forget about it. Because
Right.
that's what they
Right.
tried to have them forget.
I think she would have done great with it.
You know
but-
why they wanted her to do it? This just came out, too. They said because she had big lips, she'd be perfect. That's fucking racism.
That's really racism. But then you know what? When she found out that she got passed up, she was like, huge mistake.
Yeah.
Huge.
She's right.
She's on to better. Yeah. And it's just like such a, God bless. I love like stories like that that are so insane, but just make me so happy and flabbergasted at the same time. But Vito's making it up for me because he's going to help me get on Raya, the app. I know.
What's that
Yeah.
all about, Vito?
What is?
It's it's like the elite celebrity type app, and he
Mhm.
has a friend who apparently has a guest pass. I don't know. You're so not allowed to talk about it. I might already have shot myself in the foot by talking about it, but it's just all about there's a lot of DJs and photographers on it, and I
That's
was like,
really exciting. So
Ooh.
that's like the kind of celebrity and the arts, right?
Yeah,
like
so-
you have to be like,
So there's like a Pete Davidson on it. Yeah, there's
Uh-huh.
some people like that, and you have to make a PowerPoint. You have to do like a PowerPoint of yourself on it to the tune of a song, which sounds kind of sad. Like I can't imagine. Like I don't know how that would end well for me, but I'm willing.
I think
Who's Vito's friend that is connected here?
Has to be an Ian type.
Why'd you say that? Ian's
I
not
don't-
a celebrity.
He's not a celebrity, but I feel like he might know celebrities at Chelsea Piers.
Vito's at Chelsea Piers.
And then there's a lot of people on it too that are just like CEOs, but they don't say what they're a CEO of. So I feel like you can kind of just like, because I was looking at my friends this week and I was like, oh, what company did they find? They looked them up. There was like nothing. They're just
Right.
they
I think you're more than qualified to be on there.
That's so here's open, and then I have to pick a song after that, so we'll have to see. Maybe
Well,
I'll do.
good.
Yeah, I'll switch it every week and have some experiments.
I didn't think Pete Davidson was on there. Maybe that's how he met that new girl that he's with.
Probably, yeah.
because she's a young, that or TikTok because she's young.
I noticed that their picture is out constantly. Like they're always walking somewhere.
Yeah, they're
Never
making out
driving.
together. That my mom always has that question about every celebrity. She's like, why don't they hire drivers? Because they have the money that so then they're not seen, and then also they'll never get in like accidents that are their faults if they're just in the back of a limo. And that's a good point.
No one does limos anymore. They don't
I
exist. They do
know.
SUVs. It's something.
It's so sad. Yeah, it's a loss. Yeah. And that so we have Donald Trump Jr. His book Triggered went #1, but with a catch that I feel like everyone's kind of having a play day with because it had a little dagger next to it. And for the New York Times, the bestseller list, if it has a dagger, that means it's a bulk order. So now everyone thinks that he just bought his own book to go #1, which I would 200% believe.
You know who does this? The Republican National Committee, and then they give them out. They've
So
done
it's
that
like-
for congressmen in the past and stuff like that.
Interesting, yeah.
So then when you go see him speak, you get free book, and then you make a donation to them.
Right. Everybody wins there. And he gets his bestseller.
I don't think that they should put up bulk numbers. That's just instead of trying to make fun of them for it, why don't you just say, "I'm sorry, we only sell these one at a time."
Right.
It's not that much to become #1 too.
That's what I've been. Yeah, I
Really?
heard- People
Well, 'cause
don't read.
Yeah, people don't buy books.
I think he sold 70,000 was the initial thing to get him to #1.
And that's with a bulk.
Yeah, that's what the bulk fucking
Right.
buys. Yeah.
65,000.
And then just some people at Barnes and Noble that are like, all right, I'll check this out.
Did he ever come in?
I think he came in a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Who showed he do?
And they did Jim and Sam, and I think they did one other show, maybe Will Cow.
I think they bought a book.
I think they got to buy a book. Yeah.
They're like one of those.
It's like a vendor at like a street fair. They have the Cash App outside. He's like, he'll walk in if you get
right.
If you give him $26.99 at the door. And then our girl Lori Loughlin, she's still. I don't know how she's not in jail or they just forgot about her yet. But now she's in court once more for the additional charge that conspiracy to commit federal program bribery. It's like they're making up charges for her now because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a crime, or one that I haven't heard of before. But they're accusing her and everyone who hasn't pled guilty yet for that.
They hate it when you don't cop a plea.
Yeah.
They really get mad when people
They
don't cop
think
pleas.
it's cocky.
Right.
They're like, oh, you think, well, then we're going to hit you with everything.
And that's so now it's her.
They make them do work.
It's like her and 11 other families that all pled not guilty. They're now screwing themselves even more, and now they have no other option but to keep pleading not guilty because it's in such this rabbit hole. And meanwhile, Felicity Huffman's making cupcakes for prisoners now because she, after
Yeah.
prison, she was like, I feel bad about all the people that are stuck in there.
Opened her eyes. Best thing ever happened to her.
Yeah. Now she's an activist. I'm sure she'll be running for like California Senate or something.
She's
like
got
that
my
sometime.
vote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I'm moving.
Anyone who served time.
She
Sure.
came back stronger for it. Yeah. She's like, I watched Succession while in there. It was all good. And our Kevin Hart is also now being dragged to court because this woman said that his bodyguards rammed her in such a way, almost intentionally, that popped an eye almost out of her socket.
Oh my God.
The fuck? Any given Sunday.
So much more graphic than I thought it was going to be.
And he said that she should have looked where she was going.
How can she with the one?
I know, that's true. They're going different directions. So that's kind of his court appeal, which obviously didn't get received well by anybody. So now they're saying that he's a victim blamer and that he should be trying to be more forgiving for her. And it's looking like he'll have to give her a lot of money for that.
Well, she better be careful he doesn't give her a ride home. You know how that works out. Give me the applause.
Kevin! He said, and now he said he looks at life in a different way now. So maybe he'll change his tune and give some cash to Carmen Morano. That's her
Yeah.
name. I kind of trust the name. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was during they were filming The Upside, and apparently there was hazard on the sidewalk, and she was trying to navigate it as best as she could, but she couldn't avoid his bodyguards. It was one of those moments I wish there was a video of these two bodyguards just accidentally pummeling her down.
Yeah, it's crazy because you could be in a situation where you don't realize you're near to a celebrity. That happened to me and a friend.
Me too.
And the situation was this. So it was actually outside of the Trump building that's just by Columbus Circle, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're walking near the park, and we see this like car. It looks to me like a regular SUV. And this guy is like, this is like the most expensive car. I mean, it's pretty much a tank. It's like an armored vehicle. I've never even seen one of these in real life. And he's explaining to me how fascinating it is. And all of a sudden, this guy's like, back up. And we're like, whoa, sorry. Like, we didn't mean to get so close to the car. And he's like, you cannot get that close to him. And we turn, and it's P. Diddy. And he's like a foot away from us. But we were not even trying to get anywhere near him. We were just looking at his car.
You're like on flea market flip, just looking at the car, like, P, please walk away. Yeah.
One time I was backstage at this big charity event, and I get shoved from behind by a fucking bodyguard because the big celebrity was coming through.
Oh,
really?
John Waite. Who is trying to meet John Waite and the babies?
Yeah, you're like, I'll move out of the way.
I was immediately furious, though.
Yeah.
I took it the
it's
wrong
more,
way.
Yeah, it's more like, what are you trying to say that I would ever try to?
Right. But
like
also,
that's the big time to me.
you know what? You also, he could walk around by himself. He doesn't even fucking need you.
Right.
You know, there's no one here to fucking hurt him.
He usually does, probably.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything. Well, that's like what happened. I feel like, well, this person needed a security guard for me because I was sitting next to, do you know Laura Benanti, Broadway star? I was sitting next to her at a restaurant, but I didn't realize it. And I got up and did like a little twist to take my jacket off. And I immediately hit her in the back of the head. And while she was sipping wine, and the wine spilled everywhere.
Oh, my God.
And she
Mousetrap.
Yeah, I know. It was a sad situation. And it was like a little bit, I know she has like a neck or head injury from a Cinderella Broadway show. So I was like, I don't know what I did to her. And then she was having such a fit. And I was like, who is this woman causing such a scene? Accidents happen. And then my friend was like, Laura Benanti. And I was like, oh, sorry, girl. I love her in Gypsy, though.
You know, you like the finer things, right?
I do like the yeah.
Have you seen the documentary about the Carlisle Hotel? I think it's on one more time. You would love it. It's just about the entire history of the place. And when I was watching it last night, I'd already seen it a couple times, but I'm like, oh, this would be perfect for Cashmere because it's like about old school New York. And I've been there I never stayed there, but I've been there to see Woody Allen play, and I was there to see Bobby Short play. But it's that kind of glamour that you love, you know?
Because like there's a like culture to it and spontaneity, but also tradition with it.
Yes, and you know, partying. You know what I mean? Like it's still, you know, hookers and drugs and everything else. Still.
I think that's where, like, a week or two ago, Mariah Carey was just there, like, having wine, and then she just, like, got up and started singing. And I was like, how does that just happen at a bar?
It's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
The piano player says that when Billy Joel is there, he comes in and plays half the piano. They play half the piano together, and people gather around and stuff.
Oh, my God.
It's the last place in New York like that. The very last
that
place.
is just breathtaking.
Yeah, the walls, everything is great, and you're gonna pay. Yeah, you're gonna definitely pay more money when you're there, but
that's worth it.
Yeah,
and it's still the type of a place that you put money in the captain's hand when he seats you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You still
You're like,
palm him some cash.
Nice table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
You guys want to hear what the nominations for Best Comedy Album are?
Yes.
Ooh, a lot of big surprises. There's some real new youngsters coming at this. This is Best Comedy Album Grammy nominees. Jim Gaffigan for Relatable. Ellen DeGeneres, Right Now. Aziz Ansari, Son of a Patricia. Trevor Noah, Sticks and Stones. No, Sticks and Stones is Dave Chappelle. So already people who really don't need an award. When you think of how many young
Real
people.
bunch of nobodies.
5 people that won't be showing up to the Grammys.
Yes, exactly. That's
Like,
exactly
we're
right.
good.
But who would think, oh, Ellen, out of everybody. Tom Segura? No. Bert Kreischer?
He doesn't
Bill
dance
Burr?
to a DJ.
No.
Yeah.
Ellen. She's already got everything she could
They
possibly
should
have.
do like breakout comedy artists or
That's
new
'cause they
comedy
have, like-
artists. Like
or
they have.
just
Because they
do a
have best
better,
new artists for
Yeah.
music.
just do a better idea of picking out who should get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is like saying best hip hop and bigging up Duke Ellington.
And I know because the Grammys, they get in trouble with all the other categories for being very traditional, not letting anyone in. So I
Yeah.
feel like they're slowly doing it, but only for like the major ones that like Twitter will immediately like, because
Right.
if they like give Lizzo awards, they'll be happy. But then all the other ones are still, oh, this is very much not acknowledging anything that should be acknowledged.
I don't even think they give the comedy award out during the show. They
Yeah.
just announce at one point, and the comedy award went to, in this case, is going to be Dave Chappelle, 100%.
Poor Ellen. How will she recover?
Yeah, she'll deal.
Her with Kelly Clarkson over in LA.
And George W. Bush.
Just have a nice brunch.
Seen any of Kelly Clarkson's show?
I haven't.
There was a thing. She had the guy who plays Aquaman on, right? And then brought in her kids, and it was so cute.
That one was a sweet part. Yeah.
He's a
And-
nice guy. But her show, terrible?
Well, it's almost the thing where I don't get why it's not just like a every so often variety moment, because
Yes.
the interview is nothing great and it's just her singing, and she has a great voice, but it's just her doing a cover every day.
Right.
And then just talking to a celebrity and being like, ugh, parenting.
A lot of people bring up her size still. They never drop her size.
Leave her alone.
Leave
Leave
Kelly
Kelly alone.
By the way, as soon as Aquaman gained a couple pounds, everybody was all over him.
Yeah, they're for that.
So he had a dad bod.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not doing Aquaman yet. You know
I'll
what I
get
mean?
there.
He's like, yeah, I'm eating right now.
Let me enjoy my life.
Well, that was like Henry Cavill said that he was called too chubby to be James Bond.
Look how excited those kids are to meet Aquaman.
That is so
Like when you think all these
cute.
things.
Stop.
Yeah.
Like when your mom is Kelly Clarkson and they're still just more excited to
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was that excited to see Santa Claus. When I was
Oh
a
my
kid.
God, this little boy
Oh.
is so cute. He cannot believe he's sitting next
And
to
they had
Aquaman.
lines that they were supposed to ask, and they were too freaked out. And their mom had to whisper jokes into their ears.
That's Kelly's natural. She's
Oh my
She is.
God, look at him looking up at him. This is the cutest.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, does Kelly even have a husband, or is this something she's doing on her own?
She is married to Reba McEntire's cousin, I want to say. There's something with that.
Southern people.
I know that was like
Royalty.
a Wikipedia spiral I fell down once, and I think that's how they are related. Because they did like her and Reba did a music video together about domestic abuse. It was an interesting,
It's an
yeah.
important message. We
Yeah.
should do this,
Get it out there.
Yeah.
Spread the wealth.
Let me see what he looks like. I'm just interested.
Here's Brandon.
Oh, looks like a nice fella.
Yeah, he
Huh.
does.
He's in the money. He's in the money. Honey, take this to the car. He's just always packing the car with shit.
Taking the kids to meet Jason Momoa. Yeah. He just waited outside on the lot. Oh. She's someone that I always wish the best for too. She's never had a scandal. You know what I mean?
Agree.
And also, whenever she releases an album, I'm like, she sings well.
Yeah.
It's not totally. It's like her and Pink. They may not be like the most popular artists of the time, but they're always doing.
What was
great.
like the single from 2 years ago, maybe, when she had like the yellow flowing dress?
Oh, Love So Soft.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was a really good song, and I was like, this should be a bigger pop song.
I'm like, kids.
The kids don't like anybody over, like, once you hit 30, you're dead to the kids.
Yeah.
Like
You
Katy
know?
Perry's happening too. Nicki Minaj. They're all getting.
Miley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song of hers that you love went to 47.
I know, that's crazy.
That just means it's not getting radio play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wasn't nominated for any Grammys this year either. Well,
They should give her another one for Wrecking Ball.
Why not?
They go, you know what? That Wrecking Ball was so good. Here's one extra.
And
Look
that
at Kelly.
I
mean,
know.
She's great.
I know, but I'd like to see Chris Stanley get a daytime TV show like
That'd
that.
be great.
You know, you could cook with people.
Oh
find out
yeah.
You drink with them, like day drinking with Chris.
Yeah.
That's what Busy Phillips tried to do. She just loved to have little margaritas with everybody.
Well, I got a little dish for you guys.
Ooh.
So Harry Connick Jr. told this story, and it's making its way around. He said that Frank Sinatra got inappropriate with his wife.
Ooh.
It was only his girlfriend then. So here's the story. Harry Connick is singing at some show. Sinatra's there. This is like in 89, so Sinatra's probably 89. Harry Connick said he was so fucking nervous, he was forgetting words. That's how much he loved Frank.
Aw.
And then later, Frank came out and said, and he's like, Frank, I'm sorry. Frank walks by him, sees his wife, and goes like this, baby, you're beautiful. Gives her a kiss, mouth on mouth.
Ooh.
The wife thought it was adorable.
Right.
Harry Connick's still holding a grudge to this day. Said he never had anything to do with Frank Sinatra after that.
Oh my god. I like that Ronan can't get away from that toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
No matter who the dad is.
It's yeah.
It's true. Cock your old lady tonight. I just cocked your old lady tonight. I like walking by him though to get to the brunch.
Yeah. Also, why would Frank want to meet the guy who messed up at his show too? He's like,
I know.
Who cares? Like Harry, in the moment, you didn't matter to him because you're just like a bad singer
You're
for him.
nothing to
Look at
Frank.
how beautiful his wife is too.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Stunning.
And she's aged well too.
She was a some kind of a model.
Mhm.
It was like some kind of lingerie model. They
Like-
met, and I think Harry's very traditional, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as soon as he goes, the modeling stops now. Okay, I don't want anybody looking at my wife in her bra and panties. That's horse stuff. What you've been doing up to this point? Horse stuff. You have
Everything
to
that
do
made
it
me
to
want to
eat.
sleep with you was
Yes,
being a whore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything that made me like you. I'm out of here.
I can't wait for him to be like, we just grew apart because she lost her spark, and she's like, you took it from me.
I miss Harry's daytime show.
I actually did like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he's fun. Because I know he has a Christmas special that came out maybe like 10 years ago or so.
Yeah.
And it was like him with like Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm always like, it was a fun time.
I like a Christmas special.
I do, yeah.
There
Yeah.
should be more Christmas specials.
Well, last year the big one was John Legend. And
Oh,
And
yeah.
then what happened
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah. Casey Musgraves is doing one this
Yeah.
year.
What about we do the Bennington family Chris?
Ooh.
Oh.
We
Keep
go
Chris
over
and
your
Christmas.
Yeah. That'd be great.
You can film some of the cooking for B-roll for your show. There we go.
You and Vito can sing Little Dumber Boy. Earl, is there ever a Black Christmas show? Righty?
I think I'm pretty sure the Jacksons did one years ago.
Never did. Yeah,
Yeah,
did.
Christmas,
The
Christmas
King
album.
family used to be the big one. The King family. I never knew anything else they did except for they would have a Christmas special every year.
Huh.
And then Bing Crosby would have a Christmas
Mhm.
special.
Oh,
Then
King of
Andy
Christmas.
Williams Christmas special. Now we don't have those traditional they come back every year type people.
Yeah.
They should.
I'm surprised. Well, I guess Mariah Carey does her Radio City thing, but then also that's kind of just her doing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying her best.
She has the only new classic song. She has the only new, the only Christmas song that you would put in with White Christmas and all those.
It's so
Kills
insane.
me every year.
Yeah.
Because plays constantly across the street.
Oh,
Constantly.
yeah.
It's weird too. Like I kind of don't get sick of it.
I never have.
Like I get sick of Christmas music. But it's like October 31st, and you just hear "I don't want," and I'm like, yeah.
And it's a song that
Ready
brings
to go.
true. It's funny too because like Mariah Carey and pop and everything, but it brings every single person together. If it
Right.
plays out, everyone is singing it or humming it.
And you would think, like, if you just kind of heard it, you would be like, do you think this is going to be as big of a hit? And it's like not that singable
Yeah.
because it's Mariah Carey.
Right.
She has huge range. So it's not like an easy, it's not fucking Jingle Bells.
You know what I
mean?
think helped? When they did that English Christmas thing and the
Yeah,
little girl
Love Actually.
sang it, and she was lip singing it. I think that gave it its second wave.
Uh-huh.
It's good to get stuff in a movie. Please remember that, Earl, when you're trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
Here's who I always feel sorry for. A song like Winter Wonderland. It's off the air January 2nd, too. Doesn't say anything about fucking Christmas. It's just talking about winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet they get no run.
Yeah, they don't get
During
it.
winter.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas is like 1 week into winter.
Yeah.
My idea was always move Christmas to January 25th. That way we have something to look forward to.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we can enjoy New
Mhm.
Year's. You know what I mean? Then December becomes New Year's. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's all you're focusing on.
Oh, I was going to move New Year's too, but I see where you're going with this. We'll just have a New Year's day.
Yeah.
It's like a new year, and let's
Yeah.
make this a great Christmas.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
holidays.
And then after the New Year, you're like, oh, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
All right. And in the place like where New Year's is with Christmas, right, could now be the Super Bowl. So we go from Christmas,
Yep.
make a holiday out of the Super Bowl.
Oh, because everyone's home. Yeah.
And then when that's over, you start looking forward to spring.
Yeah.
That's true. And then you got all the
This is
award shows in
much
between.
better.
Yeah,
Right.
it makes more sense.
You know what I also think is great about moving Christmas? If you keep the New Year where it is, that stops the ridiculous Happy New Year into fucking February because everybody's got to stick
they have
with
to start
Christmas.
saying Merry Christmas.
You got
Right.
to start moving into Christmas season. You don't get to say that for
And here's the
8
other thing.
weeks.
We give a little breath of fresh air to Hanukkah, so Hanukkah's not stuck on top of them.
Yeah.
We can be like, Happy Hanukkah, not season's greetings,
No,
try
wait.
not to offend.
Everyone's so upset about, the happy holidays. We can actually take the time to say happy each holiday.
Everyone gets their own. And then because when people want to take time off, because like if you're celebrating Hanukkah, like, I'll just take it off at Christmas. Like, that's not how it works.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Then they could actually take some time off for Hanukkah.
Yeah, and
It's
Earl
really
could get
better.
Kwanzaa off.
Sure. When's that, Earl?
Right after Christmas.
You know what he always
That's
says?
how the HR combo will go, sure.
Yeah.
When is that?
Their thing is have a killer Kwanzaa. I guess it's the
That's
alliteration
cool.
it does it.
That's
yeah.
cool. And well, speaking of killers, we got some creeps in the news.
Oh boy.
Is it?
But I'm a creep.
Friday night, Bergen County, Saturday night, Chicago.
Creepstore.com.
What the hell am I doing here?
So, Jeffrey Epstein has been somehow still taking over the news just because I feel like every week, either internationally or nationally, something's coming out. But two of his guards are out on a $100K bail each after they have been arrested for feeling that they falsely filled out their logs for watching him.
Well, that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
scene was weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
two corrections officers have 100K.
yeah, that's a.
You got to put up, what, 10?
I guess they have a bail bond.
Yeah.
And that because obviously they were using federal computers, so they're able to keep the logs and refresh everything. So they said that they were making constant laps to check on him, but they saw that they were in a common area using computers 15 to 20 feet away, looking up furniture and hunting down motorcycle deals.
I've worked third shift. I mean, you do a lot of weird shit during the middle of the night.
Like,
Get a lot of
he's-
shopping done.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's just taller, not hanging. Yeah, we're good. And then that comes on top of the Prince Andrew.
Oh, boy.
More and more. The royal family decided just to make him, they're putting him into hiding for a little bit just to get him to stop speaking.
Lay
Shut
low.
the fuck up.
They're bringing it back in.
Yeah.
Stop treating yourself like a victim, you idiot.
Fucking crazy.
They said he's taking some time off from his royal duties to enjoy the holidays early.
Yeah.
Now, how is he even related? I don't even know who this bum is.
I think he's the son
Whose son?
of the queen. He's one.
So he's what's his name's brother?
Right.
Yeah.
He's a younger brother.
I think people used to like him when he was young, right?
Really?
Because I think he was sort of like the Harry of his time when he was younger, because he was like the one
Yeah.
who would never get
he
to the
was-
throne, so he was just
Yeah.
kind of like the fun guy.
He was married to the woman who later went and started working with Weight Watchers or whatever. You know who that
Sarah,
is?
Sarah Ferguson?
Yes,
Fergie.
and they
Oh,
they cut her off completely when they divorced. She's making like $45,000 a year and having to live on it.
Yeah, I remember just that every newspaper on the tabloid just beating the shit out of her, making her seem like a fucking
That's
terrible
what they
person.
do. That's what they do to the outsiders. They always
Yes.
take on. Look
Yeah.
at Meghan. They just destroy. And
Princess Di,
obviously,
yeah.
Princess Di, that was the same thing. They just destroy them. And
it's terrible.
It's so weird.
And Andrew said that it was her that made him do the interview too.
Yeah.
So they're still trashing her.
Who, Fergie?
Yeah, they say it's like this wouldn't have happened if Fergie didn't say tell me to get ahead of it.
And, it was like,
delicious.
and then his thing before the royal family told him to get away, he was like, "I'd actually like a second chance at the interview."
I really feel like I know where I'm going with this now.
He's like, "I didn't know they were filming that round." Yeah.
Hey, Ken in South Carolina. Ken.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
first of all, love the show. Moving Christmas to January 25th, I know that was sort of like an offhand sort of comment. They sort of went with it a little bit. But really think about it. It's brilliant. So you don't mess with, you give all the all the stores plenty of time. They can still do a Black Friday, but now they've got, all of December and January, 3 weeks in January to shop. Christmas is an arbitrary date anyway. It was supposed to be, I think the original was, I don't know, like in September or something like that. They moved it to December 25th because it just worked around their calendar. There is no downside
It
to moving
divides
it.
up the winter. It keeps us
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
and happy for all of
Can we
January.
can we start like a change.org on this?
Look,
Get our 25,000 signatures and just run with it.
You go
25
with,
for
Yes.
December
you
25.
go with
Yeah.
it.
Ken, spearhead this, please.
Yeah, make it happen, buddy. All right,
We're-
count me in.
Yeah.
The one thing I just realized I'm worried about because my favorite song is Christmas Wrapping, and I feel like she would need to edit it to get to.
That's my favorite Christmas
good.
song.
Is that right?
So good.
It's so good. Whenever I go because I like the market's just open in Bryant Park, I'll listen to that walking around picking up presents, just being like, all right, it's so
and here's
good.
the thing. Whenever I'm wrapping presents, always I put on
Yes,
this song.
it's
it's the best.
Because it's funny, sweet, and
Look, he was ready for Christmas this year. That's my
Aw,
granddaughter, Juju.
my sweet Juju.
It's going to be a big year for her. Huh?
I know. Although she was more into Christmas last year than I thought she was going to be for how little she was.
I'm glad it's
Why wouldn't
it
you be,
registers. Yeah.
Best Christmas.
It's so good.
Hands down. This has a long intro, Chris. Just so you
How
know.
long's this song been around?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're not going, oh, Carabelle, sweet
Yeah.
silver bells.
No one's going to be saying, I'm hearing this everywhere.
Yeah.
Earl, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Spectre Christmas album, Ronette's Sleigh Ride.
See if Ronnie's doing anything this year.
Yeah.
Look her up
Love
now.
to see her. When we're decorating the tree, that's the first thing that goes on. Is we
Ah.
put on the Phil Spector Christmas album. Into Charlie Brown Christmas
Oh,
directly
that is-
after.
oh,
All right, William has a problem. William,
Yes, you can't move Christmas that late. You go late January, you're going to step on Mardi Gras. You're going to have a lot of mad New Orleans.
Why would you step on it? Why isn't it all part of the fun?
Yeah.
you could still enjoy it.
You got to have that clear delineation between your Christian holidays there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I
I
would
really
like to
don't.
see some Christmas themed beads or something. You know, make
Ooh,
it fun.
yeah. And like eggnog, why not?
And by the way, if you are only playing on one town, you're not a real holiday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, their whole thing is let's go nuts before the holy days start. They're trying to cheat.
right.
That is,
You know, the Christian faith.
yeah, and moving it is for equality. And that was all the dish I got for this week, though. Too.
Ah.
Did you have something?
Yes, our guest is coming.
No,
next.
no, no. What you wanted to tell me was about Ronnie Spector.
Oh no, she'll be in the UK for the Christmas season.
Oh. Well, Meghan Markle
Let's go
needs
there.
it. Yeah.
Do
Let's go there.
we need to break?
Yes, we do.
This program is brought to you in part by Dish. Tuned in to you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com. And Kashmir, you can hear him on Not Another True Crime podcast every week on Betches Media. Did You Hear with Kashmir on the iBang and Pass the Aux at Union Hall in Brooklyn, December 12th at 10
Ooh.
p.m. UnionHallNY.com for tickets. Bennington will be right back.
We'll be right back. This is Faction Talk 103, The Bennington Show.
Because your list is on the list. Because your list, I can't resist. Because your list is on the list. There can be only one. Because your list is on the list. Because your list, I can't resist. Because your list is on the list. We're so glad that you
Welcome back to Bennington. Joe List is in studio.
Oh, I thought so from this song.
Hey, thanks, everybody.
Joe's,
Yet I was still surprised.
Yeah.
Joe's performing this Friday, November 22nd, and Saturday, November 23rd at Draft House Comedy in Washington, D.C. Then he's at Laugh Boston in Boston next week, November 29th and 30th. Go to comedianjoelist.com for tickets and all his dates.
Yes.
You were telling me you were just on, you know what, dude, the Robert Kelly podcast.
Yes.
How was that?
It was great. Today was great. It was me and Louis J. Gomez. and which is it was old school, and we had a great time. It was one of those ones, a lot of times you do radio every day for many years. There's times where you leave and you're like, that was not good.
Right. That's every day for me.
Yeah.
Every day of all these years.
This was one where in the middle of it, there's no better feeling than in the middle, you're like, this is good.
Yes.
To me.
So both you guys were ganging up on Gomez? Is that the way this was going?
We did a little bit of that. Then we shit on Bobby, and then there's Gabby is there. We trashed her a little bit.
Good.
And, I
Looks
took a
like
little
you were
beating.
safe.
No, I
Yes.
got a little bit. But, I come back hard and fast.
You know,
I'm very good at deflecting.
Gomez is Chris's leader in the alt-right. He's the one that he brought you into the alt-right.
He brought me to Gas Digital, yes.
To alt-right at all
Yeah.
until him.
That's why it's interesting to have Dan Soder, because he's with Jay on the bonfire, but when Jay moves over to the alt-right, Dan stays away from the skanks.
Yeah.
He doesn't, I guess, hate minorities.
Well, Dan
geez,
has a
I'm like-
career.
Right.
You see. We've all bailed on the career. Not that I'm alt-right. You know what I call alt-right? Alt-wrong.
Oh, good one.
Yes.
Good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Chris,
What?
sit down. Don't attack our guest.
Hey.
Don't attack our guest. He his big thing that he agrees with is he's against the Jews and against the blacks, so
Yeah.
that's why he's able to go to Gaslight.
Didn't you say that you didn't really think the Holocaust happened?
I never said that.
He said it happened, but not as many people as they
Okay,
said.
so you just thought it was like a couple hundred?
He also said that slavery never happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I heard him
this is
say.
alternative.
Yeah.
I heard him say it never happened, but it should have. Is what I heard.
That's
How are
really
you
bad.
hearing these things?
That's really Gas Digital Network. I'm doing the Unmasked with Dan Soder tomorrow night, and
Oh, wow.
I know you and he go back. How many years now?
I've known Dan for 12 years now.
12 years.
About 12 years.
So
yeah.
you've been there what he considers the dark period, where he was with children, I guess. He was fooling around with children. I don't. I need some stuff for the Unmasked.
Yeah,
is what
well,
I'm saying.
he's a pedophile, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's common. You want to get into the deep stuff that people
Right.
don't know about. People
yeah,
know
give
about
me
him.
something about Dan Soder that's going to surprise me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's surprising about
I mean, has he
Dan.
ever read a book? I mean, that would shock me.
Yeah, he's a huge Hunter S. Thompson guy.
Oh,
I remember.
perfect
And then,
for
like,
us.
actually reads it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people just like the idea of Hunter S.
Sure.
Thompson, I believe. They
Yes.
never actually read anything.
That's how I am with Atlas Shrugged. You know what I mean? I go, yeah, there it is, right over there.
Right.
They go, what's it about? I go, it's shrugging. I mean,
Yeah.
once you get to that point, it's
Chris read it, though.
yeah. Did you, Chris?
I
Because
never
you're
read it.
right.
That's exciting. Because to me, unmasked means like you made it.
Yes,
Right? You don't just give any
Well, I
dummy
mean,
a-
this is his second special. He's got the TV thing. He's got a successful radio show. He's there.
Yeah, he
You know what I mean?
really-
He's crossed the line. He's welcome to the club. Get some free caviar for yourself. You know.
It's something. I wrote him I got a card for him and sent it. He said it made him cry, which was nice. You know,
Well-
I like to make people cry. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know.
going for. I'm trying to connect.
Now the card was for his new special.
His new special,
Yeah.
and not just the special, but HBO to me is a comedy special. Like
Right.
Netflix, I'm pretty
Dirt.
sure everyone in the room has a Netflix special.
Yeah.
And HBO to me is those George Carlin specials and Bring the
Yes.
Pain and Chappelle and all those guys.
Yeah, that was when you got the HBO special, and I remember I think it was Dennis Miller said this is the new shot on the Tonight Show. For a different generation, it
Yeah.
was the shot on the Tonight Show. Now it's the
whole
HBO
special.
special because they were only doing 5 a year or something,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, no, and it was great. Were you guys there? Did you get to check it out?
No,
Wow.
I have seen it though.
Wow. Okay. No, that's a little
Well,
embarrassing, but
we were doing something that same night.
ah,
Yeah, we
sure.
were doing something that same
Yeah,
night.
I was too. I just came after I did the thing.
Well, I
had
was
to do.
with you, as a matter of fact, wasn't I? The night that it happened.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were at the stand.
You
That's
were
right.
with a very famous comedian that shall remain nameless.
Yeah, shameless. Well, not anymore, but
He's doing great though. Huh?
yeah, he's doing pretty good. I think. I think he's got good days and bad days, but he's doing okay.
Yeah.
But people don't. A lot of people aren't interested in hearing about his struggles.
Yes, that is true.
Which I found. I found that they're not interested in hearing that. But they're there if you are interested. He does have hard days.
For the people that are,
Yeah.
much like old Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, he has some difficult times, but no, he's doing great. But yeah, we went. It was a little strange actually because we walked to the special.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. Well,
you can't come in.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. He's like a stowaway. I'm like, yeah, come on.
Because you thought, everybody would turn around and look, and it would become about that.
Yeah, exactly. It would be. It would kind of. I don't know. Say ruin the night. But
You
it would
should have
make the
ran
night
on
about-
stage and said, "Look, you're fucking acting like this young bastard."
But that special was something. I mean, it was great, and I LOL'd, and which is rare for a comic. Most of the time, you just go, "Oh, that's funny." But I actually laughed, and especially when I met Dan Soder, he was answering phones at Stand Up New York. He was like, answer the phone guys, and I was like, "Come on, I'll show you around. Let me take you around. I'll show you the biz a little bit." And of course, you might notice the wind burn from him blowing past me. But
I think you showed him too much.
I think I should have shown him a little less.
Yeah,
should have kept some things to yourself.
But yeah, and we made fast friends because we were both drunks. We were drunks that were into comedy, so that was our thing. And we were really close for a long time.
Drinking bonds people. You know what I mean? Like it brings them together. But now you're grown up, you're married. Dan is still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got a half a foot in childhood. You know, he's like wrestling is on tonight.
Yeah.
Wearing a 49ers shirt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm friends with Jay. You know what I mean? He refuses to grow up.
Yeah.
Lives with Vecchione.
Right. No, I'm an adult.
Yes, you
I go
are.
home. I can't wait to leave here to go home.
Good for you.
See my wife.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
By the way, talking
it.
about blowing by you like a shot. I mean, she's just taken off lately, right?
Sarah's doing very well.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, it's exciting. She's so funny.
This is like Star is Born. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's on the rise.
You're gonna shit your pants on stage.
Yeah, I shit my pants in a lot of places. So, but that's back to the drinking days again.
But Gail, let's be honest. He only peed himself. I don't think that he
Oh,
shit himself.
I remembered as the shit.
Yeah. But remember how he looked
That's
down
not
at
that
his own.
embarrassing.
Yeah, he looked down at his own crotch. Like most people.
What have I done?
Most people don't even catch on that they piss themselves when they're not that drunk. And then he was like crying, "Hey, what? My dick is leaking." This was my least favorite. Here's what I hated about this scene too. She could have just turned over and said, "Oh, thanks everybody. Played me off with music." Grabbed him and left. I've done that for people before.
He was on stage forever
I
during
know.
this fucking scene. And he's yelling shit from the stairs.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Lally.
Right. And she could have been like,
Yeah,
thank
this
you,
would
go
have
to
been the
commercial.
moment as soon
Yeah.
as you saw a drug person approaching.
Yeah.
Beautiful man, and I'll sing with him.
And by the way, he's wearing the kind of fucking pants that really does show up when you piss yourself.
Yeah, he should have wore
Convenient.
black.
Yeah.
He should have wore black. He would have been fine.
Such wonderful musicians.
CGI piss.
I wish it had.
Was it?
Yeah, that wasn't real piss.
But you don't even have like a bladder thing that you could let go of?
Stage for you. Good night.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Oh, I see what you're
yeah.
saying, yeah. I assumed it was CGI.
No. I think
I didn't see the.
It's too far. This is ridiculous.
I didn't see this film, but it looks ridiculous. I mean, it
No.
looks hilarious.
Wait, you see every film.
Yeah, I didn't just. Well, Sarah saw it without me, and then once someone see it, you're like, I don't know. I heard it's long and
Oh,
it's
yeah, everything-
remakey, and
Anything that you heard is true. Do you have a favorite film yet this year?
Oh my God! I'm glad you
Yeah.
brought it up. I went
Yeah.
and saw Marriage Story yesterday, and it just blew my tits right off. It's my favorite movie.
You don't have tits anymore?
I
No,
know,
got rid of
they're
them. They're
gone.
gone. They used to be, and they went everywhere. It was so embarrassing. It was all over everybody.
Now, is it a bunch of different stories? That's all I want to know. You
No,
know?
it's one straight
story.
through movie,
Yeah.
and it is. It's. I hate to sound pretentious, but. It's a film, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And no, but it's everything I want in a movie. And I don't know if you feel this way. I feel very strongly this way. It's movies like this that are done so well that makes all these other horseshit movies intolerable to me. Where there's movies like Fargo or Raging Bull or Rocky or this one where I'm like, I can't stand your movie because this movie exists.
Right.
If this movie didn't exist, then maybe whatever fucking movie would be okay.
No, I'm not the biggest Noah Baumbach fan in the world. Is that his name, Noah Baumbach?
Noah Baumbach, yeah.
Now, the thing is, I think that he comes close to making the kind of movies that I like. but he just misses by a little bit.
Right.
You know,
See.
he's not quite there.
I love Francis Ha and Squid and the Whale. I think are amazing, and the other ones all I am not nearly as big a fan of.
I'm more of Francis Ha. I like some of Squid and the Whale. I think it could have been perfect.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Francis Ha was incredible.
Yeah, I love her.
And this movie I thought was tremendous.
Okay, I'm definitely going to go see it.
This
I
is
loved
enough
it.
of a.
And it's at Paris Theater, which is a great movie
Oh.
experience, and you can walk right there. And
I
it's,
didn't know that it opened back up just for this film.
Yeah, I believe Netflix bought the theater to play this movie.
Do we know how long it's going on?
Find out.
It's all week, but
Yeah.
it's great, and it's painful, and there's some
Yeah.
laughs, and there's a couple moments where he tries to be too silly, where you're like, oh, he's trying to be funny now, and I'm like, just let the funny come.
Yeah, let
couple
it happen.
moments where I'm like, oi, but I thought it was spectacular.
So this is your favorite film of the year?
By far, so far. I haven't seen The Irishman. I'm skeptical.
Now, again, I know that you're friends with Robert Kelly. Do you believe what bad taste he has in almost everything in the arts? I mean, just terrible.
Does he like terrible movies?
Terrible movies, terrible music, terrible food. Everything he's wrong about. And then if I say something, he'll go, cool is the opposite of comedy. And I go, no, cool is the opposite of hack. You know what I mean? Get that straight.
Right.
You know? Think of all the cool comedians that you've loved your whole life.
Right.
Clowns. That's what you're talking about. Yeah,
So
cool is
he's
the opposite
thinking
of clowning.
Cool, when he says cool is the opposite of funny, is he thinking like, oh, the cool kids are too it's too removed? Like, does
Yeah,
he
I don't know
see
where he got.
coolness as
I was
removed?
never interested enough to ask him how deep he's going with that. And because normally he turns around, he starts yelling at Voss about something. I think if you hear that Bobby had a heart attack, it's because Voss caused it.
That sounds right. It might be also food related. That could be a contributing
I didn't
factor.
want to say that.
I
I didn't want to say that.
Should I not have?
By the way, I saw him drink so much coffee last week that he turned into an infant. It's like a hyped up infant. And that when we were trying to talk, he kept singing whatever we were saying as loud as he could.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he drank 2 jars. 2 jars, not even glasses.
Right, mason
of coffee.
jars of
Yeah.
coffee.
Bobby, we just did his bonus Patreon, where he asked questions, and an audience member or a fan wrote, "What song would be the song of your life?" And he didn't have an answer, and I thought something Pixies, because he's very subtle, and then will kind of explode and get and then I thought maybe "Where Is My Mind" is he's kind of a nut and he can lose it, but they kind of. I don't want to say they invented it, but they made it very popular. That kind of deep, smells like Teen Spirit, very
soft,
Pixies-ish.
soft, hard, soft. That's
Yeah.
how they play it. By the way, I think my favorite song by them is "There Goes My Gun."
Oh, that's a good
There's
one.
something about that song that fucking kills me. I could listen to it every day of my life.
It's really
Chris,
hard.
what about for you?
Oh, Debaser.
Of course. You know why?
Why?
You know why.
This is tricky, but I might say Valoria to
Ooh.
me is my favorite.
Oh, Earl?
Gigantic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, too.
Wow.
Gigantic.
You notice that we like when the girl sings.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the only song I think they let her write. Gigantic.
What do you mean let her
Like,
write?
it was
Like, what is this? Some kind
No,
of...
Frank was like a dick. He was like, "Look, this you can't write."
But you
any more
think the other
songs."
two had
You know
anything
what?
to do with it? They didn't get to do anything either.
Gigantic, and then she also wrote what is it called, Silver or something like
Oh, yeah,
that?
it starts with an S.
Yeah, look it up, Chris.
See which one she wrote, but I think she wrote that one too.
Boston band like yourself.
Yeah, I'm a Boston band.
Mm-hmm.
Boston's got some great band. The Cars, of course.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's the end of it.
Aerosmith, Jay Giles band.
Jay Giles, yes.
Of course, Boston by Boston, that there just was really one guy and he named himself after a city.
Dropkick Murphys, I love.
Yeah, of course, Mighty Boss Tones, who
Oh, yeah.
you heard the story, right?
Which one?
With Bobby?
I don't know.
So Bobby's in a junior college, right? He told us the story on our show.
I did
So you did hear it. Because I've told it on this show, but I like when people hear it now. Are you going to plug it all, Chris?
Of course,
or is
Joe
this
List.
you heard you don't agree with the movie thing, so now you're not going to plug anymore?
Joe List performing this Friday, November 22nd, and Saturday, November 23rd at Draft House Comedy in Washington, D.C. And he's at Laugh Boston in Boston next week, November 29th and 30th. ComedianJoeList.com for tickets and all his dates.
Yeah.
So now that you and your wife, you're both on the road a lot, how often do you see each other?
Well, a lot of times she comes on the road with me,
Yeah,
which
so
is
it
nice.
must be great.
But the last couple of weeks, I've been on the road without her, and it makes me sad because I'm finding out in therapy that I'm a guy that's lonely even when I'm with people.
That's good.
I have a What's that?
That's good that you figured that out. That's the beginning.
It's good to figure it out. Yes,
Yeah,
but
it's the
still,
beginning. Yeah.
still very sad.
You're lonely in a crowd.
I'm lonely in a crowd. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, I'm a lonely boy.
And the
So,
reason why? Did you figure that out?
I think my parents' distance.
Cold parents.
Yeah, well, my mother has some warmth, but she relates to anxiety. And my dad does not. He doesn't give you much. They don't give you much.
Right.
Yeah.
No, not a lot.
So you felt like lonely in their presence.
Yeah, I think so. My whole family is like that. So I
Gail, didn't
feel
you have
a lonely
horrible
guy.
parents too?
I've heard that.
Yeah, bad dad. I mean, my mom was
Right.
okay.
That's the best way because that way you're okay and you're the real good one. You know what I mean? Like that's how Chris's mom. She was just okay, but his dad was such a heroin addict
Yeah.
that his
Drunk.
mom. He's like, hey, my mom wasn't
Love
doing
my
heroin.
She's a
great.
good girl.
She was an enabler though, right?
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And yet she didn't enable you, did she, Chris? She let her only son feel the sufferings.
That's right, with this bad man in the house.
Bad man who molested you.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, look.
I think most people from the alt-right have probably been molested in some
Oh,
way.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Something
I don't
went
doubt that.
haywire.
Yeah.
In their
They
stupid
figured they
minds.
were molested by a Jew and a black.
Same
They
time.
did this to me.
Yeah. Your hate there comes from the fact that you're afraid to
I
say.
don't hate the Jews and the blacks.
No, you also hate women too.
No,
Is
I
that part of the
don't.
alt right
No.
or no?
Now you must really hate Sammy Davis Jr.
He's fine.
How could anybody? He was
Yeah.
a triple threat.
I know.
You
but-
And
know?
if he was trans, imagine, then
Oh.
he'd really hate him.
You know what he also was? He was a Satanist. Loved the
Was that
devil.
right?
Yeah, loved the fucking
Wow.
devil.
That's cool.
Was crazy about the devil.
No kidding.
I'm trying to think. Oh, Eddie Murphy told this story, right, where he was with Sammy Davis Jr. and he was like, you know, Satan has just as much power as God does, right? You ever see how much evil's in the world? And then he was like, come on, man. You know what I mean? I'm not as fucking whacked as you are right now.
Wow.
Yeah. I love people who cross a line like that. Just cross a line and like, you know, you could easily kill a woman. You're like, what? No, nothing. I'm sorry. I thought you were different.
Thought you
I
were cool.
Thought you were somebody
Think
I
about
could
it.
talk with.
I guess you're not down.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, did you find out if Silver was written?
Silver was written by
Thank you.
Kim Deal.
It was going
See
to
it?
bother me.
And it was silver. It wasn't the S word like you
I
said.
thought there was another S song. Also, the Marriage Story plays through November 28th at the Paris.
What does?
Nice.
Marriage Story.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Good
see it.
slur. Yeah,
I would like to encourage people to go see the movie, even though it's coming out on Netflix, because if we don't see these movies, they'll stop making these movies.
Right. You are correct
Yeah.
about that.
It makes me sad.
It's over, dude. The film industry, you really missed the golden era. And now, I hate to say it, but your generation has, like you did with rock and roll, you let it go away.
At least we were here for the death rattle.
You really are. But Earl knows exactly what I'm talking about. You were there for 70s cinema, 70s fucking rock. You were there for 90s movies,
90s rock.
Then we were like, okay, let's let these millennials run with it. You took it, you held it up over your head, and you smashed it in the street.
But there's some great rock and roll right now. Have you seen or heard of White Reaper?
How would I?
I love-
Where does it fucking play?
I love White Reaper. I just
Yeah.
saw them for the third time. It's a great rock show. They sound like a lot like a Cheap Trick. It's a 70s
I'm
arena
in already.
rock. And
Yeah, I'm already love these
Yeah.
guys.
They sound like
kick
cheap.
ass. I mean, they kick ass. This is like the newest song, which I think is a little poppier, so it's gonna sound
Oh,
shitty.
I see.
Don't- I
You
don't
went-
know-
No, you
Chris.
went and grabbed the shitty song.
No,
Chris.
give
This is
a
the
good
song
one.
to grab.
All right, give me all right. There's the first album is called "Does It Again," which is ironic. It's
No.
a ironic title.
Earl, you're not familiar with this band, are you?
I am not familiar with this.
Now,
band.
Earl was at WNEW. Scott Muni was his program director. Scott used to call him he used to call him the black guy with the golden ears. That was Earl's
It's
nickname
weird that he had to add that first part,
in
but
the business. And Earl, you always said that you could tell a hit song in 30 seconds, right? You could tell whether it works or not.
Ooh.
You
Yes.
can't find this song, Chris?
I have the album.
Yeah, but
Okay,
the
yeah,
song
it's on
is
there.
what we're looking for. I don't have time
Is
to
it
play the whole
self-titled?
album.
Does it Do It Again? Is that the name of the song?
I don't even know.
You
Hit
want to just
on
play
that.
Do It Again
Hit
by
play on
fucking
that.
Steely Dan?
This song. Play this song. This will be a good one.
Yeah. All right. Earl?
all right, let's see if we got it.
All right. Earl, the black guy with the golden ears, what do you give it?
I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. Great energy, a little bit of attitude. Great attitude.
English boys?
No, they're from Louisville. I think he just is singing with a bit of a Sex Pistols-y thing here.
Sure. I like it because it's like, it's got a garage rock, punk rock, poppy mixture.
They got a little bit of that, and then there's a lot of it sound a little more. This doesn't sound as much Cheap Tricky, but I would say that's the band it sounds the closest to. It's kind of an arena rocky type.
Yeah.
The new album has a couple songs that are like, this sounds like pop, but they kick ass live, and his vocal surprisingly is that good live. Like, it sounds like there's an effect on him, but he actually sounds like that live too.
I gotta admit, I'm not hearing the Cheap Trick. I am hearing a little bit of Pistols.
This particular song doesn't have that Cheap Tricky feel.
I was going to say the Pistols Meet the Raspberries at a Plimsoll's listening party.
Okay,
so the
everything
whole
about that sounds
thing
great.
Is
so.
mixed up together, you know?
Yeah, I just went and saw him again, and it's fun. These young kids, they're even moshing now. It's a friendlier mosh.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
where they're
good.
kind of fun.
It's more like a
But-
cuddle.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a mosh pit opening up. It's loud and it's rock and roll. There's a couple other bands that are kicking ass right now.
I always prefer just like a pogo pit. Like we don't need we don't need to hurt each other.
Yeah.
Let's just pogo in a circle together.
People forget, most people were just pogoing into talking heads. There was no even touching shoulders with other people. You just
Right.
pogoed next to each other. And we're going, can you believe that fucking band, man? Earl, you think there's something there, though, huh?
Absolutely. That's the kind of band that needs to bring all of this back. Just youthful energy, good.
The kids do not like the rock, girl. This is an underground scene right here. An underground scene.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you kind of seek it out a little bit. It almost makes it
I don't have that kind of time, Joe.
cool again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
But,
what I think is cool? #1 record playing fucking arenas all over the country. That's what I think is cool.
Well, it does make me sad. I mean, I think we talked about this before on here. In 1972, the top box office film was The Godfather, and now it's fucking X-Men 9.
Yeah.
But
Willem Dafoe just said that he goes, I can't stand these films. And they're like, well, but you've been in 2 of them.
Yeah.
You've been in 2. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I got to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weren't you like on a hoverboard with like a mask or something?
And apparently he was an Aquaman, too. I didn't see it. I understand the whole thing took place underwater. I wanted to see it, but I had a friend who drowned. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready
Too
for this.
soon.
Yeah, it's way too soon.
I'm like that with X-Men.
Yeah.
I have a trans friend. Hello. I saw The Lighthouse. Did you see The Lighthouse?
No, I didn't see it. It's
I
on.
really wanna see it.
It's on Prime. It's on Prime.
Oh,
no
that's
kidding.
what you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it was good. I like that guy. The other guy, Robert something, Pattinson.
Oh, the Pattinson. He's the new Batman.
Yeah.
Vampire.
Pattinson. They've been calling him.
Robert Pattinson.
Now, by the way, because I'm going to ask you another Dan Soder secret.
Please, yeah.
He claims that he has low self-esteem, but I'll be honest, I don't see it.
Oh, I think he's got low self-esteem.
Really? What's he feel bad about?
I don't know.
His racism?
I don't. Possibly.
Hmm.
Possibly.
Is he and Vecchione gay?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Vecchione is.
Yeah. He's out.
Yeah,
Mike's out now.
he's totally out. As soon as he says I'm a wrestler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, he's as gay as the day is long. But where is the Unmasked?
It's going to be at the stand.
Oh.
The new stand.
This Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'll come by.
Yeah, it's not expensive. It's $27.
Oh, that
piece.
Seems
So
high.
if you bring your wife, it's $54.
$54. Wow. That
Chris,
seems
you
high.
think we could do our 10% discount for Joe List?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something, Joe. I'll fucking put you up on stage next to him. Both of us will interview him.
So you're saying that would be $5.40 less?
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe you get an appetizer. I know they've been bragging about their new food.
Yeah.
You know,
I hear it's
they're-
great.
I hear a lot of good
Yeah,
things.
it's as great as the old place was.
Mm-hmm.
I was down at the cellar last night, and Will Savence was there, and I've been doing stuff with Bobby and the Creeps, and Will goes like this, and he was sitting with somebody, one of the big honchos, and he goes like this: "Where you been, man? You go back to your old club?" I go, shut the fuck up, Will. You don't need to worry where everybody's at all the time. Someone's like saying, like, in front of your girlfriend, hey, you with that other chick again?
Yeah.
Black people, huh, Earl? Fucking never know what they're going to say.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Haitian, too. You're going to be wirely
Is he, though? I mean, he was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He was born and raised in Brooklyn. He has
Yeah.
a fucking Haitian accent.
Yeah, he's
From what? Never going out when he was a kid?
It's very interesting.
Yeah,
you don't get your accent from your parents, but
Thank
he did.
you.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
Very
He
odd.
did, or is he acting like, hey, I think I could make a little name for myself if I act Haitian? He's never even been to Haiti.
Well, it has not paid off yet.
No, not at all. Well, you got to have material, too. I'm not going to lie to you. You know? You can't just keep saying to people, where you at? The doo-doo? You going to doo-doo right now? Let's use our big people words, Will. Big people words. Chris, you plugging it all? Or
I
is
wanna
this,
plug,
You're
yes.
not back at Gas Digital where, we don't plug and we use code words.
Joe List is performing this Friday, November 22nd, and Saturday, November 23rd at Draft House Comedy in Washington, D.C. Then he'll be at Laugh Boston in Boston next week, November 29th and the 30th. Go to comedianjoelist.com for tickets and all his dates, and follow Joe on Instagram and Twitter at Joe List Comedy.
Now, and I don't want to put pressure on people
Yeah.
and make people uncomfortable. And it's 2019, so I want everyone to feel safe. But this show in Laugh Boston, if I don't hit at least one bonus, I will be taking my own life.
Wow, that's
Killing
serious.
myself.
Suicide. That's a
Because it's Thanksgiving weekend, so people are home. I'm from Boston.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
plugging it here. I'm plugging it on my podcast. I'm plugging it on Bobby's podcast, tweeting, Instagram, and I'm putting out. This is a threat. This is a live threat. If I don't sell out at least one show, I'm going to shoot myself right in the face.
You know that a lot of people tend not to go out on Thanksgiving weekend, though.
It sounds like you want me to die.
No. Chris,
Yes.
when are you doing your show, Blood and Soil, on Guest Digital?
I
Could you
don't
give
have-
it an extra plug there?
I will. Of course I will.
Okay, and that's Our Blood, Our Soil? Is that how that works?
That's not the name of the show.
Nervous about it.
Yeah, maybe I won't kill myself, but
Yeah,
you know, I'm just saying I would enjoy if a bunch of people came.
You guys ever talk about starting a family? Chris, looks like Vito's going to start a family, and Chris is toying around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys ever thought about it?
Well, sometimes I resent this start a family. We are a family. We're a family of two.
Right.
That's a family.
No.
Husband and wife. We're family.
You have a dog?
No dog. They won't
Seriously,
allow
no
a dog.
family. Yes.
I
Yeah.
travel too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
A dog, if you said I have a dog, I go, well, that's a mini family.
That's a family.
You've started a mini family.
Yeah.
What about a mandolin? I got a mandolin at home.
No.
I've been taking MMA.
I will honestly say this. I think I'm at the point now where I love Gail's dog more than I love her.
Yeah, I know it's true.
I love
That's
that
fair.
dog so much I can't stand it.
How cute was that picture I sent you last
I know,
night?
I love it.
She's a cute
Sometimes she
dog.
sends me pictures of the dog.
Now, do you worry that might be interpreted as hurtful?
No. I don't think so. I think once you raise your children with confidence, you can say anything you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
could take a
Respect.
baseball, hit her in the back with it, and she knows.
He already has.
Yeah.
And here
She
I
know-
am at
well,
work
here's
again.
the thing. I don't want her to be, scared in the fucking box. I want her to know you can get hit by a baseball, take your base, and, I said don't even rub it. You know what I mean? That makes the pitcher feel good about himself.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
By the
no.
way, Joe was a great baseball player.
I could play baseball. How do you know that?
Dude, do you ever see the way you move? You move like a fucking baseball
Thank
player.
you. Well, I mime a lot of baseball before I
Yeah.
go on stage. But yeah, I couldn't play ball. I'm a pretty good athlete.
You pitched, and what else?
I played first base. I played the outfield with some success,
Yeah.
And I played outfield later on in baseball when it mattered. Little league, the outfield, that's like embarrassing.
Right.
They put in the
You
outfield.
played in high school.
I didn't play high school. I played in high school. I didn't play high school ball. I was a big track queer.
All right, let's not use the Q word.
Sorry.
Unless we're literally referring to that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then please use it. And then
Chris,
it's only okay to use
I take it that you
Sorry.
jumped out of that so it didn't go out there?
I didn't dump out of that, no.
Okay, so I'm going to get a backlash.
Oh, jeez.
All
I'm
right.
saying that's what I was referred to then. I'm referencing then. It's like a
Oh, so
documentary.
you were bullied.
I was bullied.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, of
I
course.
can relate because I used to bully kids, so I get it.
Now, what would you call the track kids in your school?
No, back then it was a different time. We used the N word.
Ah.
That was okay then.
I'm just talking about the sprinters, nobody long distance.
But yeah, I was a hell of an athlete.
So you would like this. I went and played Dream Week baseball when you play with the retired pros.
Oh, right.
Down in Florida. And if you, I mean, you've got a pretty popular podcast, you could probably hook that up where you play for free. You ought to try to get a hold of them.
Oh, maybe I will.
Yeah, and you get that, what I used to call one last summer, even though I did it for like 7 straight summers. But I'm like, this is one last summer playing ball. You do it right before spring training. It's just so much fun.
God, that sounds amazing.
It was
Maybe
fantastic.
Maybe I'll try that. But no family is the short answer.
Yeah, that's none of our business anyway. You're very right to say that.
We have sex. Intercourse.
Anal too, or you just do?
No anal.
You're not going to start a family like
yeah,
that.
no.
Why not? You can have an ass, baby. Don't they happen?
No. It's hard with comedians. We're on the road and
Yeah,
the
it's
thing and the
terrible.
money. In New York City, very expensive.
It is.
Yeah. And you know.
It is very expensive, but you can just have a baby and then decide to be poor.
Yeah.
It's just what everyone else is doing here.
I was poor before, and I don't want to be poor again. And I feel like I'm getting in that direction, by the way. So if you could come to Lamphouse. It felt like I had a moment of wealth.
Right.
But it really petered out quickly.
Yeah, that happens.
You got
know.
the thing about showbiz. Sometimes you get a couple big paydays, and you're like, "Hey!"
Yeah.
And then those fade, and you go, "Oh, I don't make very much money."
Yeah, and then you're like, why was I handing out money to all my friends and family?
I know. I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
Round on me.
I did a lot of. You know what I've done a bunch of times, including a few months ago, is I've gone to concerts with one person where I have 4 tickets to it because I upgrade my tickets right before the show. I did it at Brandy Carlisle, who's I think is rock and roll, and we had like upper deck, and then the last minute I bought 7th row center. No regrets. It was great, but I was like, oh, this costs $700.
Yeah. After a while, you're saying to yourself, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Am I fucking crazy? Am
Yeah.
I out to destroy myself? By the way, I just saw up on Fox News that Trump said, yeah, I did it. I'm fucking glad that I did it. But guess what? Rudy did a lot more than I did.
I'll do it again. Yeah, man.
By the way, wasn't that like that Tom Cruise movie where the colonel said, refer to me as Lieutenant Colonel?
Oh, yeah. Few Good Men.
Yeah.
It was exactly that.
Yeah. It
I'm
was
quite
very
certain
exciting.
I've earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah. No, well, you know, he had a couple high points.
Yeah, he's not great.
Not as good as Aaron Sorkin believes that he is.
Yeah.
Aaron Sorkin thinks that he's unbelievable. Now, did you see the play that he did, The Mockingbird?
I did see that.
And what'd you think?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was too jokey.
That's those fucking guys. That's TV writers.
It was a lot of jokes.
But Ed Harris is going to come in and play it, which I think is a much better actor and a much better Atticus, than the
I'm
guy from
interested in
Dumb and
that.
Dumber.
Yeah.
I just saw the LBJ one with Brian Cox.
Oh, yeah.
That was really fun.
Brian Cranston. Oh, you
No,
saw
Brian
the play
Cox.
with Brian Cox. And
No,
that
this
was-
is the sequel
Yeah.
to that one. Brian Cranston played whatever. This
Yeah.
one is called The Great Society. And I thought it was terrific.
Brian Cox is the guy from Succession that you
Right,
love. He's the
yeah.
father of the thing. You see Succession, the TV show?
I don't watch that.
You don't watch television?
I think that you
No.
should.
I don't watch TV, but I don't want to come off as a guy who's like, I don't watch TV. I watch a ton of sports and movies. It's not like I read a lot too.
Right.
But I'm not like it's not like I don't believe in the TV.
Can I tell you something? This isn't Robert Kelly's show. You don't have to be defensive here. You're with friends.
I
We're
appreciate
going to
that.
accept you, whether we agree with you or we don't agree with you. This is a safe place. It's a safe place. Unfortunately, with everybody but Earl, it's not safe for you because Chris is here.
Yeah, the alt right
It's
thing kind of keeps it.
Safe for me because I'm a white Christian and
like
Chris
that.
doesn't have any problem with me. For you, I'm concerned, Earl. And that's why I say this show is over in 5 minutes. I want you to get a head start and leave in 2.5 minutes. So you get a 2.5 minute head start.
Gonna give me 3 steps, as they say.
There you go. You know what band did he just
I don't know.
Nobody?
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
See that? Leonard Skinner. Southern band. Used to keep a big rebel flag there, Earl, and yet you still like them.
I was just referencing the song in relation to what's
I know,
going
but-
on.
Yeah, but
I'm saying.
do you have
Yeah.
any problem with the fact that they?
I got a big problem with it.
Okay, it's too late. They're already gone.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it now. You had your chance. You let it slip by. And by your chance, I meant the Civil War. You could have done something about that. I honestly think that if I had a time machine, I could go back to those times and trick the South into letting the slaves go.
Really? How would you do that?
I'd say I'd be back in 15 minutes with robots for everybody. I go, you already know I'm from the future, right? I'll be
This
back
is
here
a
in
great
15
plan.
Yeah, I'll be back here in 15 minutes with robots.
I also think this could be a good movie. It's just like the tricky time
I
traveler.
love that.
Solving problems, just like, look,
Yeah.
you can trust me.
Yes.
I'm a time traveler.
I like the idea that they accept the end of slavery, even though you never come back with the robots.
Yeah.
Like you leave, and they're like, "Where the hell's our robots?" And they're like, "Oh well,
Yeah.
it was wrong of us, anyways."
It was wrong.
Yeah. What are they
You
going
think
to
it was-
round it
you're
back
saying
up?
It was wrong.
What, slavery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
believe it was wrong.
That's a good take.
Um,
we don't have time to debate,
I
so I'll
hate
just
to-
go with it. But.
hate saying that in front of Chris because he's going to look
I
at me a whole
know.
different way. Chris, what are you prouder of, slavery or 6 million Jews being dead?
I'm proud of neither of those things, Rod.
Really?
Yeah,
What about
neither.
the treatment of the Native American people?
It's all bad. I'm 20% Ashkenazi Jew here, okay?
And they let you in the Proud Boys?
I'm not a Proud Boy. I fucking jerk off.
What?
Proud
Where did
Boys
they-
don't jerk off. That's
So
the
that's
the
your
only
only
difference. That's the
reason.
only fucking difference that
Wow.
we have.
I'm also not a
That's
racist.
made everything so clear
Yeah.
that you wanted to make sure we knew that you masturbate.
And I'm sure the Proud Boys would go like this. Well, that part's fine. I don't care. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? As long as you're still a racist.
I'm not a racist.
But I was
We
playing the part of a
accept you.
Proud
Okay,
Boy.
all right, okay.
Yeah. By the way, wasn't it awful how the time traveler tricked us so many years ago? Still would be going on today. You don't
You
want to bring
saved so many lives with
Yeah.
that trick. So many lives.
so many good lives. Too,
Yeah.
You know, including the life of Mr. Martin Luther King. That's right. He wouldn't have died in 1968, and he would be the oldest president today.
Jesus Christ.
You don't want to talk about Boston at all?
I
have
all
a
I
man
want to talk about.
talking about killing himself.
Yeah, Joe List. He's going to be at Laugh Boston in Boston next week, November 29th and 30th, Saturday and Sunday. You go to comedianjoelist.com for tickets to those shows and all his dates. Then Joe's going to be in Washington, D.C. this weekend, Draft House Comedy, comedianjoelist.com for those tickets and all of his dates.
Chris, I don't want to bother you, but you don't want to bring up anything about the new shirts?
And there's a new Bennington t-shirt. You go to ibangshop.com to get that shirt. And then
Take your time.
And use discount code free poster. It's 2 words, free poster, to get yourself a free signed Bennington Thanksgiving show poster with your shirt order. ibangshop.com.
You know Dana's friend Janelle who comes in?
Yes.
She'd like to be the board op, part-time board op.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Earl? Sorry, bro.
Wait, what?
We got an offer. In.
All it take is one offer. You know what I mean? Sight unseen. I got to go with her. But you should get back to her and just let her know if anything open up.
I will.
You know. Joe Les, you're the best, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
This should, by the way, tomorrow night should be your unmasked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, someday I will be unmasked, but until then, I'll keep this mask
I
on.
can't wait to go through all the things that happen in your brain now. I think it's going to be, I'm predicting this, you're going to be the most interesting unmasked in history.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got a lot of. I wear a lot of masks,
Right.
As they say, I got some problems.
You know, Chris has a hooded mask that he wears.
Sure.
He also puts a hood on his horse.
I'm not the KKK. I don't own a horse.
All right, that's it. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
The Bennington Show has ended, but you can always